Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at some marked hands. Start with me. Mike's here as well. Andy's got some hands. Maybe we'll do some work in peak. So let's start. So I got Jack 10 off. I'm curious what you guys think about.
Assuming you're in the straddle.
I am in the
Yeah.
straddle. I am going to reluctantly straddle when everybody else is. Just a 15, kind of a normal size when the straddle is on.
Ooh.
What do I have on this guy?
I don't.
Yeah, I didn't know this guy, but he was having a good night. Um,
This is a very good fold.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
fold pre-flop.
yeah, I think this
Because
is a
remember,
fold.
remember his. Because remember, look at his size. Even though it's the standard size of the game, it's 3.5x. Just fold.
I agree. That was my first question. I think this
Jack
is
10 suited, I think
deep.
I'd call.
Suited. I think is a clear call,
I might even three bet it depending on how loose they're going.
but I think you're right. The way I was looking at this is, I was making kind of a sunken cost fallacy error
Hmm.
Hmm.
here because I only have to call 11 as opposed to 15 here to see a
Yeah,
flop.
but the important number is 3.5x. That's the important number.
I
Even
agree.
though
This
even though they don't play like that, it's still the important number.
I agree.
And how
This
great
is
do you feel
this
when
is
you
right.
flop top pair here?
Not that great. Not that great. This is a muck. I agree. This is a muck. And if we were to look at like 5x RFI ranges, this would be a muck as well. Agreed, gentlemen, this is probably a muck. But look at
Until you
that.
flop top two.
And yet, let's play.
Sometimes you hit bingo. Now this is where it gets interesting. I check. That's 33. So we've got a pretty healthy SPR here, right? About 10.
We
And
want to
he
go for the,
overbets.
oh, let's go for a massive check raise then.
So I think a check raise is fine. I look at this a lot like how the solver plays. Well, I think this is how the solver plays. Facing this large a bet, our check raise frequency goes down. Now we are going to still have check raises in our range, right? We are going to have check raises around like the very top of our range, but I don't know if this falls into our check raise range
I know
when
that
he takes such
solver,
a
yeah.
so it takes. I mean, this is essentially a polar sizing. So in theory, this should be a sizing with more bluffs and top of range. It's polar.
So he's gonna, well, I would look at it like this, which I know solver is probably just gonna call here when they go big a lot of the time. But I would say, I mean, he opens on in a straddle pot, which is usually a stronger sign. They usually limp with some pretty strong hands, and then now continuation bets for a large size. I mean, that puts him in a strong range, and we can cooler tons of that. So let's just pile money in.
Okay, I can see that. Um, there is this big hand versus big hand theory, right? That when we have a big hand and they're saying they have a big hand, let's just do exactly what you're saying. Let's just play heads up and just put money in.
I was watching,
Now,
yeah, and I was watching some like Garrett Adelstein, um, a decent about trying to be like not just watch it for fun, but try to like watch what he's doing. And I mean, he just like never slow plays strong hands against rec players. He just piles money in when he thinks that they're just not folding, and he has a very strong hand. He's like, yeah, we're just gonna put all the money in as soon as
yeah, I think
possible.
that's fine. We are pretty deep here, right? I mean, now we're
Yeah,
thinking about SPR. SPR's around after he takes a bet, what, seven?
but
Yeah.
if you go to
You
what
started
we,
like 100 big blinds deep. So it's not like you're
you don't
playing
have to. That's true.
deep stack poker. You
I
were
guess we
affecting
did.
100 big blinds.
I mean, what happens when a nine, there's, I mean, there's enough scare cards too that over pairs can get scared of. I mean, the
What
straightening cards that bring four cards straight in that you don't love or he's not going to love. I mean,
what size would you like here if you're gonna raise?
what do we, so what is it? That pot, if you call, it's going to be 113. If we raise, I mean, we can play two streets very easily here and go to 160, assuming we have very little fold equity and just jam basically all turns.
Yeah, I
I
like
mean, when
that.
he calls, I think we filter him into we get cooler by sets that he hit, and then but we also get. I mean, it depends whether he's capable of folding in every pair. And the question is, it's. I mean, a lot of if he's a rec player. I mean, I don't know what he is, but
Yeah, but
he's.
he has way more hands than hands that beat you now. Like he has aces, kings, queens.
Yep,
He has, and I'm talking about hands that we beat. Aces, kings, queens. He can do this with nines
yep,
and maybe some nine, like whatever, 9x, whatever. Ace,
yeah,
jack. But the hands that we lose to are pretty slim.
yeah.
Jacks,
No, I
tens,
I agree.
eights, and queen nine, right?
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
We're
And there's
Let's
not
get a
that
lot of
many
money
combos
in.
there at all. So yeah, I like
Get a
piling it in here too.
Yeah, we
You guys
pile
would
in the
prefer to,
money, cooler his queens, aces, kings, get his ace king to at least call one more time when they're there have a gutter, which they might still call. And yeah, his 9x that probably is a pair and an open-ended straight draw that, we're not gonna get a lot of money from later on.
so you prefer a fast play and turn it into a two-street game.
I make because it's so I mean you're basically when he takes this size and you check raise, you're so shallow you can just jam like every turn.
Okay. So I was thinking more solar that we have less check raises here when he uses this big sizing, when he uses an overbet. However, maybe that's something I have to unlearn because he's saying he loves his hand and we certainly like our hand. So
Yeah, and
Oh yeah,
it's an
definitely.
exploitative play, Larry, for sure. Like
Oh yeah, the
Jeff
solver's not
Quick
gonna do
is
it.
raising here. The theory, you're right, would say probably to flat more often than raise, and there might not even be any raises in theory. But
I
that's
mean,
we're
yeah.
definitely exploiting somebody who's going to have a strong hand here and not want to fold.
I think
And
his ace
also
jack
when
calls, but there's enough scare cards on the turn, like kings, queens, or something like that. The ace jack's not going to want to get all the money in. So, like in turns and rivers, let's just get all the money in.
there's one more thing. When we talk about you have fewer check raises here to his size, yes. So that might mean that you don't check raise Jack 8. So that's one of your two pairs you don't check raise. But top two is top two stays in there. It's great.
I
okay.
would say top two
And
is probably less likely to check raise, and more like 10-8's probably more likely to check raise in theory.
Would agree.
yeah, but
Oh,
the first one, but the first one that drops out is Jack 8. So
Yeah,
so we're going to check raise our straights, our sets, and if we go down to any two pairs, we can get rid of all of our Jack 8s before we even touch the Jack 10s.
yeah.
So I think Jack 10 is still probably in there. Okay.
so I call.
And we'll check it in a solver before you go, even though we won't have the 3.5x open. Let's do it as a 3x open and it heads up. It'll work.
So, spoiler, I blundered this hand. So now he overbets again.
Oh, put the money in. He wants to get
And
the money.
here, I don't think we have a call. I didn't read the room a little bit here. I don't think we have a call. We either have a fold or a shove. We're not folding this. I think this is just a shove now.
Let's just put the money in.
So I call, and then we get this ace, which I think is really bad for our range.
Mm,
This
And
is
now
live.
yeah, yes.
Yeah, it's more of a scare card. It's bad because now he's going to check behind when you check.
And he shoves,
Oh.
and I make a hyper tight fold. And I think this is a mistake. The way I make this call. I think I always make this call. I think this is an error. I think our pot odds just require us to call here. Our risk reward is there. I mean, I was just hyper focused on ace jack, ace 10, but I think we just call this off.
Ace 10 doesn't bet that
Yeah,
size on
ace
the
10
turn.
isn't gonna do this.
Yeah, they didn't get
He's
here with
say
ace 10.
I mean, your biggest worry
he's
here is
saying
pocket
he
aces
has
and ace
a
jack.
he has a set, or he flopped a straight, or it is ace jack. All of those are, or aces. All of those are possible. So I wouldn't say it's always a call. It like for me, you need to sit at the table and just figure out like what these people are capable of value betting the river.
Well, also the other question too is that like when he sits here and he's already committed this much of his stack to it, I mean, I feel like a lot of kings and queens are just gonna put the money in on the river. Like the ace shouldn't really affect that much for them.
Oh,
So, I mean,
King,
they would check
kings
behind
and
with
aces,
kings and aces,
kings and
kings and
a
kings
lot of
queens.
and
players I know will just they've already put all their stack in. It's like whatever, let's just put the rest of it in. I have kings and
oh
queens.
yeah, I've seen that. That's fucking retarded though.
Yeah, but it happens often. Like I'm not gonna, I would say that it depends. I mean, I could also say that you probably want to go with a decent, there's also some live tells that might help in that situation when they kind of look reluctant and they're just like, all right, whatever. Then I would say you have the best hand. Because sometimes you can tell when they're like, okay, well, I've already put everything in. Let's just put the rest of it in at this point.
So we can agree that I think the air here is unturned. So he overbets here. And I think probably we just, I mean, this is, I think, an air. I think we just shove here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think that's just a jam.
I think it's either it's flop or turn. You do it. Maybe
Yeah,
not shove the
I
flop,
think
but
here
you.
we just put it in. We're getting some value from his draws. Um, we're going to obviously lose a lot to some sets and a flop straight. But say levy. Yeah, I think this is an error. This is a blunder. Let's see what else I got. This hand was interesting. This is against an unknown short stack. We get a limper, another limper. What size you guys gonna use here?
I'm gonna go to 20.
I go around. Yeah, I go to 20. I go to 20. He calls. Oh yeah, this is just so we're deep now, right?
This is beautiful.
And this hand is interesting. We get this flop,
Flop a gutter. I'm betting.
and I think I employed Nuffle here. And he
He's
uses
donking. We're
he uses
calling.
this $5 sizing. I don't think we need to raise here on flop.
No, we can get value still.
No,
Oh, this is why this hand is interesting. So board pairs on the 7, and now I'm going to employ Nuffle. Even though I don't think this card is fantastic, I'm gonna employ Nuffle here. So he now goes from $5 to half pot, and I am going to say I have aces, jacks, and or something even better.
I would call here
So okay, that's fine. I'm
and
employing
then
what.
evaluate the river. If he checks the river, I just overbet river and make him fold all of his bullshit.
So now I'm going to try to fold out what I think is what Pool is telling us is a marginal range, which is taking this line. So I now raise. He
maybe a little
calls,
smaller.
and then
Ugh.
this is where it gets interesting. Double
Yeah,
paired. He checks.
yeah.
Now
You
the
got it.
question is, do we continue a bluff or do we take our equity?
No, I'm not gonna continue on this river. I don't know what is he. Well, I mean, I guess he has some flush draws that do this, so maybe bluff tiny to try and force that. But you beat all of his
So
flush
you
draws,
I beat his
so
flush draws. Yeah.
we don't need to do that. Yeah, I
pocket
Yeah.
don't think.
jacks, pocket tens. You're trying to fold out, and then he also have all the lower pairs.
And how well do you think you're gonna get a
Which we
pocket
beat.
jacks? There
But we
tends
have
to.
to give him pocket jacks that is limping.
And we
Yeah,
beat all the lower pairs. He like sixes or something that he
yeah.
wanted
So
to
there's
notch
there-
out.
there's I don't see a reason to bluff here now because you beat all
You have
his
a,
lower pair,
you have a
That's
ton of showdown, I think.
yeah. I think we got enough showdown. So that's what I do here.
and
So
he
we're in agreement.
doesn't.
I played this hand okay.
A
I check.
nine never folds.
What the fuck is that?
That is beautiful.
That was
Don't
a
It's
gutter
one
ball
complain.
to a
235.
four-liner.
You have
Don't complain,
235.
man. Don't you fucking complain.
You just won a very nice pot with ace high.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous. I mean, it's just crazy, huh?
That's why
Sir.
you guys should switch to play live. Stop playing that online shit, man.
Well, he did have a double gutter at least.
He did have a very
Yeah.
interesting. He flopped a very interesting hand, and he set his
Well, I mean, it's a
price.
standard call pre-flop jack six offsuit.
He set his price on the on. Let's try to work through what he's thinking. So he's setting his price for his double
I have
gutter.
draw. I don't want you to bet big.
He did
Yeah.
not set his price because you raised them.
Well, I'm
And
saying
then
here, I have
here,
draw. I don't want you to bet big. I have draw. I don't want you to bet big. Now you
and
bet
then
big.
I'm
I
like,
call and try to
he's
hit.
like, I'm not folding. He says, oh shit, I missed. You must have a 9. But we don't need to bluff here. We beat enough.
No, the only
No,
thing you're
you're
trying, if you jam here, you're trying to get an 8 to fold, and that's the only stuff they're ever going to fold.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that, so this is a modification to Nuffle on this texture. Nuffle's going to be 70 or shove the river. But I don't need to do that, I think, with this hand.
nope.
All right, last hand, and then we're gonna move it on to someone else.
I
Who
got
wants to
hands
go after
ready if
me?
y'all want.
Say it again.
Said I got hands ready.
All right, and you also want to give us some time to work on the trainer?
If you guys want, I mean, if we run out of hands, then or
Do
if
they have
everyone
any of
wants
the
to,
exploitative stuff up yet? Any of the
I
limping, how
like
to
the
hand?
exploitative. I like the exploitative, the live drills.
I wouldn't
There's
mind.
some good stuff.
Do they
I
have any
do have
drills
a couple
around?
hands, but I haven't write it down yet.
Okay.
Kind of funny hand.
Do they
What were
Get
have
it
you gonna
going.
ask,
any?
Blair?
Do they
Huh?
have any hands around in the trainer around limpers?
Limpers.
There is.
Yeah.
If you want to hold on, I can pull up the. Oh no, trainer. No, not trainer. Drills. Um, so this is. They have 4 different sets of drills against limpers.
All right, let's do one of those. That would be interesting. Let's do that. I'll show this hand, and then why don't we go through some of that stuff, and then we can show, and then you can show some hands. Does that sound good, Brian? I mean, I'm sorry, that was Andy. Does that sound good,
Yeah.
Andy?
Yeah. They also have facing an auto C bet, button versus low jack, big blind versus low jack, and big blind versus button,
All right.
facing an
Well, why don't we
auto
take a
check.
look in a second? We'll just go through this, and we'll hand it over to you. So opening to 10, we like this hand.
Yeah.
This is a very weird one.
Oh, yeah, he's 90 chips.
So this guy's got $90 left, and he's very loose, and he's been I don't know. He started with like 400 2 hours ago, and he's just been losing money and looking more and more miserable. So he makes this very weird. Now,
Yeah,
I'd not seen him three bet
awesome.
before. We can put them all in. I think that's fine at this stack depth, or we can call. What do you guys prefer?
I'm just gonna
That's
jam.
the problem. You haven't seen him 3-bet all day.
Oh, you haven't
Yeah.
seen
I,
three
I
bet
would
once.
I would default to just getting the chips in here now, especially if he's loose like this, like you said. I was thinking, how would a stop and go? Like if you get a flop that's ace, king, queen, then we can just maybe check fold. But if it's like one overcard, then just you get it in or something. But I don't know.
Well, what do we want? Do we want to? We don't. I don't know if we want to generate folds here because he probably. It depends. Is he loose? He said he's loose, but he hasn't three bet once in the day.
Loose. I had not played him with him before. He's like 3 hours in. He's having a very bad night. He's kind of leaking chips.
He hasn't three bet though at all before
No,
this.
I've not seen the three bet.
Then I might just call here and if with them wanting because I don't know how we feel about his range here because you'd say normally against a loose player when he just calls you're way ahead here, but when he three bets, but that hasn't three bet once all night. This can be very strong, and we kind of want to. I mean, because we can save if we think this is a very strong range when they're not three betting, then we might as well try and flop a set.
So the
And
way I would
Yeah,
describe him is like,
we're not
if you
working
look at
for a
his
set
like
here.
HUD stats, he'd be like a 35-4. 35-5. So I did decide that his I'm not gonna fold, but I decided his three bet range is pretty linear. So I decided instead of just sticking it in, which I think sometimes against these guys is a mistake because if you haven't seen him three bet, I decided to call and we get this flop.
okay, well, I mean, at
So
this
our
point, we're
SPR
just
is
not
essentially
folding.
one.
So,
Do you guys want to
we
check or donk?
Like this is where I think if stop and go works great. Like just get it in. Like maybe you can bet half
You
pot or
check
whatever.
You check and see. I mean, he's either going to put it in or yeah, at that point you put it in. You're either way ahead, way behind.
Bank,
Now you're way
bank,
ahead.
bank. Oh, you actually
Wow.
flopped. Good.
Oh,
Wow.
So yeah,
How much did he cry after that?
he left. He silently got up and walked away with no goodbyes. So I think, yeah, I
Now the
I
adjustment in
think
the future
Mike
would be
likes
just
this
jam
play. I
pre.
think this is the right play.
Actually, no, we still don't want a jam pre because we don't want him to fold stuff like that.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
not
I
doing
mean,
it
I
for it
Crushed
think
though.
it.
I mean, he doesn't have any chips left. He's looking to
Yeah.
just play for a stack. And
yeah, he's just looking to finish it off, and he got very unlucky, and I got very lucky because he flopped really well. So I think, yeah, I think are we in agreement? This is the right. Okay, I guess the first question, and I'll pass it on, is in this
My question
hand
would just be, how do we want to adjust in the future against a player like this in a situation
here.
like this?
Yeah, that's a good question. Here, can we just donk shove, or do
I
you
don't
want to
think
check?
so.
No.
I
Maybe
do.
with his
I
stack
think you
size, he
can.
might say fuck it and rip it with his king queen, just overcards. Like fuck it. But I
You
think
kind of give him.
a lot of his garbage folds if
I
we
No,
would
but
think
if
rip
about it
you
like
it.
this
donk
though.
shove, I think you
When
can donk for like half pot and still get calls by overcards and shit.
yeah, well, that's the other thing though is he's likely going to see bet these flops often when he has basically his entire stack there anyways, when he's already pretty much committed. So let's let him just commit a little bit more money. And then
I,
once we come back over the top, he's not folding anything when he commits
But then
now.
you're relying on him doing that though. That's the problem. It's like
It's going to
when
happen
he
very
checks, it's kind
often
of a
live.
disaster.
Yeah, it's going to happen very often live though, where they already committed themselves, so the money's going in. Like when he does
He
this
three
three bet
bet, so he
pre-flop,
is.
he's committed to this pot. Now you could give him a chance to run away with his high cards if you just donk jam or I mean I don't have a problem with the donk half pot. That's not bad. But if you just donk jam, I think you give him a chance to get away with king queen, ace jack, ace 10, whatever the
I
hell
don't
he
want
did.
to. I don't want to donk and give him a chance to play well.
Yeah, I think then this is the right play.
I think it's just very likely that
not
he's going to
folding
bet when
ace
he
king
three
ace
bets.
queen here, right?
No,
I
no,
think I
Right.
think
Even
generally
if you
people do.
donk,
I mean, if you donk pot, if you donk all in, if you donk 25, I think you can get those things to stick around. But I think if you just donk jam, you give them a chance to.
Yeah, I don't. I think generally people like to c bet after they three bet.
Yes,
Not many
and
people. It takes a more sophisticated player to have a
especially
three
when they
bet then
put their whole
check.
stack in.
So I think this play makes more sense against pull,
Well,
which I
his
think
yeah,
over c bets in a three bet pot on this texture.
yeah, let's let him do his stab with ace king, ace queen, king queen, and then when you come back over the top, he's just never folding because he already put all
Yeah,
his money in.
yeah, but no,
yeah,
I mean, there's. I think there's two coins. Like, i- if we
I
donk
would
jam, we actually don't mind him folding ace king like two overs. And if we do check, is he a player that will c bet with 7-8 suited, like total freaking shit air that we
he
have
put
completely?
30% of his stack in pre-flop, more than that.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I would say that most of the time he's going to be, it's likely going to be bet.
yeah.
I'm
So
surprised he didn't just jam here.
yeah,
Like a lot of
so
the time, that's what's going to happen.
yeah, I agree. So I would say if it's a player that will not bluff the flop,
And just
uh,
donk.
then just donk. If it's a player that will bluff the flop with shit air, let him put his money in. It's what my take is.
I
yeah,
That
just think that it's so likely that he's putting money in after he already put that much of his stack in pre-flop that it's
yeah.
good
So
enough.
that's
So
a
let's give him
call
a
that
chance to,
we gotta
yeah,
make at the table. Like, is he gonna
it's true.
do this?
Yeah, if he's super, super passive,
Yeah,
then
because I've
maybe
seen
we
it.
just donk. But
Yeah,
if I'm playing against the average player that three bet and put 30% of their stack in, doesn't matter what the flop is. If they have ace, king, ace, queen, whatever the hell it is, that money's, they're betting that flop, trying, hoping you fold. And then when you come back over the top, they have their entire stack in. So they're calling. They're not folding with 25 bucks left or 40 bucks left or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Uh, all right, let's pass it on to Brian. Brian, show us some exploit drills.
Andy?
Um,
I'm not Brian, Andy,
I was
sorry.
about to say,
I'm
I don't
having
think that's
problems with
me.
names today, evidently. You're like, what the
So
fuck are you
these
talking about, Larry? All right, these are the
these
exploit drills.
these are the cash game exploit drills, and these are all pretty much specifically designed for like live cash or like low stakes online, low stakes live as well, obviously. So here we have against limpers.
Can you scroll down a
We
little bit?
That's it.
That's it? Okay, I'd like to see a limping drill. I'm curious what they've come up with and how to combat limpers. Anybody
Um,
else?
Yeah, small blind versus low jack limp is my vote.
Small
Yeah,
blind versus
sure.
low jack limp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my vote to when we complete, when we raise, like what's
Let's see what their range is. Let's see what they're up to. Let's see what Jonathan Little has in store for us.
All right.
The
We're
profit.
gonna start the drill.
All right,
Oh,
so we
here
got a
goes my
limper.
hopefully we can keep my ELO high. I've
Doubtful.
been I've been crushing the drills lately. Look at that ELO. I'm impressed with myself.
Get it in, man. All right, so
I've
this
been
is a clear
drilling hard.
ISO. I like its ISO size. I think I'm on base with Dr. Little so
So
far.
somebody want to keep score?
Profit.
Sure, I can keep score up. Oh, let me bring up something.
Go straight. We'll go straight. So Larry, you're going to be up first. We'll
Okay.
do it LP style.
All right.
All
I don't
right.
remember what
So
LTC style is, but I will
Has
try.
he built out like a limping range
yeah,
and
I'd like
stuff
to
that he
know what they're
expects?
working with.
Yeah, I'm curious what
I'll
we're gonna
show
see
you
here.
just a second.
We're gonna ISO to 5.
100%.
Yep, go for it.
Okay. And then what I like to do a lot when I'm drilling is like you said your answer, and then I'll pull this over and actually look at what range does.
Now, let's see what they have us going here. Look at that. That's a
So
very
our
wide
specific
calling range.
combo. So this is our calling range, and obviously our raising range.
So
Um,
so I think these are the 8 max, which are built with cheap EV. So
Yeah,
no rake. And
gotta be.
I then can begin to get behind this a little bit of this flatting range, but this does seem like a wider flatting range than what I would have.
Me too.
you have to remember, we're used to thinking about flatting ranges without the extra. We have extra money in the pot now
Wait, what do you
Because
Is
mean?
he
because of
limped?
the limp.
Oh,
Because of the
you
limp.
mean
Because of the
versus an
limper, we have
open
extra
versus if
odds.
we're opening the small blind. Yeah, no, that's
Versus
totally
if we're
different.
opening, we have
All
extra pot
right.
odds now, so we get to have more limps
Yeah, but
because our price just got considerably better.
the offsuit stuff down there is like that's the little that's gotta be if there's rake, like that's gonna be losing.
I just wouldn't want to open that stuff because it's going to be hard to realize an edge post flop out of position with a shit hand.
If you're gonna flat that wide, um, you need to be able to, when the range is capped, be able to put in all the money and pressure them to fold like a single pair hand. If you
So
don't have the balls to do that, do not flat. Like if you're more like a value guy, don't do that. Don't
Well, I also
flat
like
that
to
white.
be in position when I'm playing against
Like the
someone. Like it helps, really helps with if you're going to beat people in position.
yeah, like
Hey,
the jack
Andy,
six off, jacks five, like yeah. If you're not capable of when you see a cap range and then they bet small on the turn, you're not able to raise them and then just jam the river and get them off whatever. Like I don't see a point.
Andy, what can you show us the range of the limper?
um,
If you click on oh, that looks like that would be it, huh? No, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, this is the limpers range. Um,
Which
and
I
we got
think
to
in real
remember
life would that's
these
not
are
like real
built
life
out
limping ranges.
these are built out as purely like maximally exploitative. So they're not trying to play any sort of balanced strategy at this point. Like balance has gone out the window. These were designed to be maximally exploitative,
Got it.
which is why we get, the extra pot odds and why we get such a huge range here because we know that they're so severely capped. So we're exploiting them by playing a ton of hands.
So when you click on, oh, that's big blind, right?
No, that is we can't see big blinds. What big blind's response is?
Can we see? I'm sorry, I was doing something else. I was setting up the scoring. Can we see LoJack's open limp range?
That's what this is right
That
here.
is
This
okay.
is LoJack's open limp range.
It's just interesting because there's blue in there, which means full. Okay,
For the far where like king queen off is.
Yeah, that's
that does
never
look
being
like an open
folded.
limp range. All right,
I
Except
think
for
it's
you can
they
remove
had to
all of
do
the blue.
that gets probably raised. These were probably more they get raised sometimes and limp
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
and there's
But
more
because it's
limping
a
with
limp
like the
range,
ace X hands and the suited king hands and the queens and jacks. There's more
yeah,
limping
like
typically.
these are pretty much always raised, and then I'm guessing that because they either couldn't do.
I would do
They're
all the ace 10 pluses
they're
raised
mixing those
generally,
hands. Yeah, I see. Okay.
and then all
Yeah.
the suited aces are limped
Okay.
often.
All right, so I'm
So,
gonna raise to
anyways,
5 big blinds.
Larry chooses 5, and we got a call. How would you like to proceed, Larry?
This is interesting. So we saw how much of his suited range he's limping here, and we miss, but we don't have any showdown. So we're either betting small or checking. I'm gonna
Oh, I think.
choose. Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
choose.
Choose.
I'm gonna choose a bet small.
You're gonna choose the bet small.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of these, and on these mono middle boards, it's been betting range big.
Well, that is not what we see usually in a normal solve, but okay.
And he doesn't
Okay,
want you
this
to
one
screw up
bet.
his elo.
Oh, the mono. There's a lot of bet range big, but here. So this is, yep. So this is basically you chose bet small. Our combo likes to bet small,
So
and
how
a
many
lot of
points do I
our.
have? Do I have 2 points now?
We're getting a point per street. Sure, you got two
I don't know
points.
how you
Yeah.
do it. Let's just do it per hand. All right.
No,
So
we
we
will do
get.
per. So you've been correct twice, so you have 2 points.
All right, sure. All right, I get. Let me mark myself. So I have 1 point, 1 point. All right. So he called. We do not
He did.
improve. Um, we would have really liked to have a club here. We don't. I think this might be a check.
You're gonna check and give up.
Um, yes. So if he
Okay.
bets, depending on his sizing, but yeah,
Our hand does like to give up here,
yeah.
and our range kind of still about the same. Probably everything with a club. All
I
of
would
our
imagine
suited,
we'll
all of our
continue with the
flushes are
club
betting,
without a club and give it up.
and then all of our offsuit with a club is probably, and all of our pocket pairs with a club. I mean, our eights. Okay.
I get another point. Oh my God, I'm gonna be rich. So we check. He
He
checks
checks it
back.
back.
Uh, we have no, we have very little showdown here. Do we have showdown against a limp call range that called a small bet on flop? A little bit. We have a little bit. We beat his flush draws.
We don't beat
I,
many of his flush draws.
what, say it again?
We don't beat many of his flush draws. Well, actually, no, a lot of his, unless he already flopped the flush, that's true. We do beat some of them. But what was his offsuit limping region?
It was, he
It
had,
ended at ace
King,
10.
queen, ace,
yeah.
so ace 10. So, okay. Well, I think we
I
chop.
don't think we bluff here. I think we just check.
We're gonna check and give up.
Yeah.
And solver likes a check with hand. Oh, that's range. What is our combo like? Is a all check.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We just give up here. And
Now, if he has a little bit more of a truer range where he has more ace X, ace of clubs X than just ace 10, like they limp ace 7 and ace 3 and ace, they limp that shit all the time.
yeah,
Then can we bet?
I would say, yeah, I would say the wider the range, the the wider their origin range, the more that we can
Yeah.
bluff this
So
river.
why? I'm assuming because if I'm gonna use
Brian is
take
very
anything
unhappy at this give up.
for where we're gonna take no. I'm more of a questioning because like I don't like to just be like, well, solver does this. I want to know why it does it. So why is it constant? Like, is it just because we have such a range advantage 90% of the time when we're against a limped range that we're just gonna see bet most flops?
Yeah, good question. I don't know if we can really dig down on these. What we really want to do is look at the solve. I mean, there's a solve behind this. Is there a way to look at the solve? Study in library. Let's see what happens. So, solve is probably not going to give us what we want because it doesn't have, we don't have limps in this solve. So this is not showing us what we want. But to answer your question, we'd have to look at the
Where is
solve.
which is the one that
Yeah, you'd have to
oh, so
kind
we
of
might
like
have to be we have to be
do a
finished with
single raise pot with a big blind range or something, or a small blind calling range or something.
well here,
Yeah,
let's just so obviously we're folding, right?
we're folding.
Okay. I think now that we're on to
So I
so
don't think we can.
now we should be able to
Session
look,
history.
study in library.
Yeah, they don't. Just not gonna. Oops. There's a
Yeah,
So
limp.
no,
I
I
don't think
will
they're
something
gonna
bluff
tells
have.
here.
it's a limp. We can't, yeah, we can't look because the library hasn't been updated yet with limps.
Did
Yeah,
it
we're just not
did
gonna be able to
it
look at
C
this.
bet small or big? It C bets big.
Small.
Small.
Okay, I would assume it's small. Like that makes sense because he kind of
Um,
has a. Not really, actually. Never mind.
All right, Brian, you're next.
Okay,
What are you gonna do with
I'm gonna
your queen
ISO.
10?
I'm
you got
ISOing.
ISO? All right,
Yes,
let's take another look at the range. And yep, you are right on the edge, but
I'm a cuspy player. Live on the
he
edge.
calls.
Okay. Um, in real world, I'm checking my range. In solver world, what do I want to do here? I think that solver world is going to have some bets and some checks here. I think I personally would. This is just weird. Um, what gutter? I would check here.
We're gonna check. Okay, let's see.
He doesn't want to mess up his elo. No, almost no. So this is what I
No,
was
we're
wondering
picking
about.
check. This is just when I a lot of times when I drill, like I will say my answer and then we'll look at range and our hand. I think that's a more effective way to study than just we
Yeah.
press buttons and see what it tells me.
So
No, we're playing. You called check,
yeah,
so we're
wait,
gonna
wait,
check.
wait. I
Well,
want to
it's
see
not
this
the
though.
trainer's not gonna. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it
So
does.
we just have all of the stronger Jack X, so we're betting at a high
See, this is what I was
frequency.
saying. The Broadway middle card in a lot of these trainer sessions that I've done out of position versus limpers, it likes to bet a high frequency of the bigger size. And you can see like that's bigger size is represented there
You'd
in
assume there's no
our
locked up equity and that we just have all of the stronger Jack X. So we're just gonna bet often, I guess.
and big.
Yeah. Huh. I gotta think about this from a new perspective now. I was gonna evaluate the solver's size on the flop and then decide whether I want to check raise or not.
So you want to
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, go ahead and do the check. That's what I chose. That's what I would do in game. Now, when it goes big in game, I would fold.
okay, so
If I'm going to be
and
completely honest, yeah, I'm going to fold.
we're folding pure range.
We don't even have a gutter. I don't know what I was thinking there.
All right, so next is Mike.
Yeah, ace eight suited aces. I'll raise here,
Okay. And
100%.
then our basement is that we go down to ace six is a call. Ace five is a okay. So we're gonna raise.
Completing some of those lower ones. Yeah. All right. I would probably still raise all of them, but I
That's
like
an
what
interesting
you're showing
spot.
us. Okay, so we raised, they call, we get mono all low. We have top pair, top kicker. I can't remember what the flop was on that first monotone. I think it was queen high,
It
but
was like queen, I think queen eight two
yeah,
or something like that.
I was just trying to like see if there was any comparison to something because I think we still want to bet kind of very frequently, like our range here. This one might have less frequency because of how low the board is. So, but I'm still gonna kind of bet here the small size.
You're gonna go small size.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yep.
I think that's being
So
driven by the monotone nature of the board.
yeah, monotone nature, and that we have such a huge range advantage. And I think that the idea of like the range advantage and nut advantage changes a lot versus a limper versus a limp call versus raise low jack call button. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Yeah,
Um,
it's a very interesting range he gets here with.
so like he does have a lot of this, but I don't so we play
Can you go back
and
to his range real quick and then click on range here? So if you
click
click
what?
on range here at the bottom, I'm curious what so he's calling a shit ton of his range here in this exploitative sim. He's only folding 20%, which actually I think probably matches up with the way people play their limp call. I mean, it's at least live. People do not like to fold after they limp. So, all right, cool. Thanks, man.
Mike chose the small size and he folds.
All right, Mike, you only could get 2 points despite your perfect play.
You're up. Oh yeah, Sam's still here.
So who's next? So Sam, you want to play on this?
Raised 9x.
Interesting.
No, just kidding. Um, there's no reason for me to bet here.
You're gonna choose check.
Yeah, I'm checking.
It's gonna bet a ton.
It's gonna be a ton. Um,
Those ace king flops are just
yeah,
so
our
good
combo.
for our range. I was
Yeah,
thinking
we have
maybe the
such a
underpairs
huge.
might check on
I
some
don't
frequency, but I didn't. Yeah, they went full range.
don't look at our range. Go to his range.
Well, I can't look at his range. Yeah, this I can just all we can see is his
This is the
range.
pre-flop range. Perfect, right?
Yeah, so this is the range he gets to the flop with.
I could already tell you that that will not be the case if you're playing live games. This is not going to happen.
What part?
Like,
His
go,
range
yeah,
or
go to his range.
you think that's
Probably
too
ace,
tight?
ace, eight. Yeah, this is too tight. Like ace jack would be in there. Ace
He's gonna have
queen.
more of this stuff in here.
Yeah, ace jack. It's like pretty much 100% in there. Like ace queen, they would raise that. So you need to give them partial. They're not limp
He's probably
folding
gonna
ace.
have less of this
Yeah, they're not.
live because they're raising that stuff more often.
Yeah, they're not folding ace nine, ace eight off
And
if
they're
they limp.
still exactly, and they're still limping eights, nines, and tens, and all of those king suited kings and more queens.
Yeah,
So we
like
have
king
more
five
of
suited. I could guarantee you, king five through king deuce suited. They're all in there, like 100%.
Yeah,
we're gonna
and
have a
the suit
lot more
aces
of
too.
this. So, but they're also we got to remember they're gonna have a lot more of this that bricks as well. Like their percentage of which I mean, obviously Solverland is a lot different than real life, right?
I know. This guy is gonna play perfect against me because he's a solver, but in live games, I'm not like they're gonna tell me what they have when I do check. So no problem with me.
I agree. When we check live, they say exactly what they have. Um,
He checks back. So that's great. I'm still checking. There's no point in betting now.
okay, we're still checking, and yep, we stay in check. Let's look at.
I'm curious if now once we get past their exploitative range preflop, if now solver says, okay, I have this range now I'm going to play GTO. Like, I'm wondering how they set this up.
I don't know.
Uh,
Probably. I think some of the other drills where it's like the auto check or auto bet, like the player who c bets 100%. Like some of the other exploitative drills, I think they may have node locked a little more post flop for the drills. I don't know as far as the post flop on the limping drills.
Because to Sam's point, right? If they are going to play like they would live normally, they will never check an ace or maybe even a king here. But if this was set up to now play GTO, they will still protect some of their checking range.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I just played a 3-bet pot last night. Out of position. I checked the guy from the button bet ace 3 on an ace high board. So they will tell you.
So is this on the turn with your pocket tens? Is this a board that you plan on betting on the river?
I would check again and then
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
see.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'll bet the river, but if they do bet kind of using a small sizing, then like some shit might happen. Or I might bet really, really small
Right.
just
Well,
to
you
induce
checked
something.
Sam and he bet. How would you like to proceed?
What is this? A big bet? It's a half pot bet.
Slightly more than half pot, like B60.
In a live game, I would call once. Yeah, I could just
So
call.
if
This
you plan
sucks.
on if you plan on doing that, then you should bet the turn. Exploitatively, if you're talking about someone that is not GTO trained, somebody that doesn't know what protecting a check range is. If they don't know that, then you should probably bet the turn. If they do, then you can check.
No, because if they didn't bet the flop and now they bet the turn,
No, you bet the
it's
flop, right? You
no,
bet
I
the
did
flop.
not
No,
bet the flop. No,
no,
Oh,
flop
you
went
didn't bet
check
the
check.
flop.
no, I'm
Oh,
not betting the flop.
Yeah, flop went
oh,
check check.
Yeah,
all
in
right.
a live game, I would actually maybe fold more because now that I check once
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
bet, they like even the dumbest player knows to
yeah,
like an ace or a king probably it's a one street value hand and they'll bet now
yeah.
kind of thing. So if they're bluffing, if they have no showdown and they're trying to bluff, usually they will just start on the flop. It's what I
So
usually see.
on the flop, pre-flop, did you raise pre-flop?
We raise pre-flop.
Right. So what is the logic in not c betting there? Or at least c betting small. Is this a really good opponent that you're versus, or is this population?
Adrian,
No, this is
this drill,
population.
these are the new exploitative drills on Peak where
Yeah.
we're playing small blind versus a low jack limper.
I have a
So then
question. Is Peak playing like a solver
yeah,
or is Peak playing like a fish?
right,
That's the question.
right. So if you're playing against a fish, then and you three bet, then you should at least see bet small here to see
Yeah, but
where he
It's
remember,
not a
decides.
three
Adrian, it
bet. It's
wasn't
a
a three
limp.
bet. It was a limp,
Oh,
and then we
oh, it was a
ISO'd,
limp,
and
and
they
then you
called.
ISO. Yeah, I think still you should see bet small here to see what he
Yeah,
does.
Yeah,
Theory agrees with you
Yeah,
that we saw that on the flop. Theory was betting range.
yeah.
yeah, you
Theory
should.
agrees with you, but I could say in live games, checking is the better option. And I'm not c betting range. I'm checking range because they tell you what they have once you check to them.
Fish.
You
Yes.
think of fish? I think a fish tells you what they have much
Not just
more
fish.
accurately and much more
The population does that.
population.
Like,
Right,
yeah.
right. So that's
Unless
why I asked. That's why I said you're talking about when you population is like is a blanket term. Are you?
yeah.
If I'm going to have two different strategies here, right? If I'm playing
Yes.
against untrained poker players that don't understand the checking range or protecting the checking range, and I'm betting that range, right? Betting it small range to see just to see what they do, just to see what they do, and then I have my strategy going forward. If I'm playing
But
against
that
one of you guys, then I may check. So it just
well, it
No.
doesn't
so it
make
depends.
sense as much
No,
if
no,
they're not
no.
protecting their checking range. You want to check to them, and when they check, they have nothing, and you can just go after them on
Yeah.
the turn.
And then
No,
you
no.
can
The
just
other way
blast off the
around.
turn.
That's what I'm saying. He said if fish are not protecting their checking range, then he said
Yes.
he would want to bet small and see what they do. But I would rather do the opposite, obviously, and just check and let them react and how they're going to do it. Because if they're not protecting their checking range,
No.
then you
Yeah.
just get to light them on fire as you go through the rest of the hand. You can get them to call and then fold on the river.
Well,
Yeah.
so
The other
the
way
thing
around.
is, when you're betting into a fish and you're betting small or betting into population, they tell you what they have. And that's the purpose of the small bet is to get them to tell you what they have, to get them to respond. A check is not as good as a small bet in eliciting that response.
I
And
used to do the same thing, but I could tell you that like checking
Well, what is
works
their range?
better.
What's their range that calls the small bet?
Position, the small bet gets more information because they will check raise their good shit. Out of
Yeah, but we're
position,
saying
though, checking gets us more information because they have to bet or check.
No, it's because when they're in position, they slow play more. Like when you're employing the small bet, you're trying to get them to respond. That's correct. That I do that. I used to do that 3 years ago, maybe. Even before that, it does work. Like you just keep betting until they raise you. You know they have a hand. That's how it goes. But checking also gives you information when they choose a different sizing, which they do here.
I had a question for Adrian. He's on mute, and I don't know if he's still able to hear. But I was gonna say when you bet small here and he just calls, like what information are you taking from that? Because I think he
well,
still is pretty wide then.
he's
Like you still have the weak
he's pretty
aces,
wide.
king X, like
Yeah,
five
then he's
X.
on then he's undefined, right? And
Yes.
at that point, depending on the turn, I would fire into him for half pot and see. And at that point, he's going to give me the real information. He's going to decide what he's going to do, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, let's say
On
he
the turn.
has ace eight,
He
and
has
you
ace
you
eight,
bet you bet small on the flop, he calls. You bet half
right?
pot on the turn, he calls. Now
Right.
what?
Then I'm done. Then I check the river and I'm done.
Okay,
So,
then
but what if we go check here? So if we go check here, he
Hmm.
checks back. We're pretty
Right.
confident that he doesn't have many aces in his range at that point. He still has aces, but they're not very strong. And then he has king X, 5X. He's got pocket sixes, sevens, maybe even some eights and stuff like that. He's got flush draws possibly that don't bet. But now we can
Mhm.
target. So, okay, we have two things that we can target then on that turn. It says, okay, we can go small here and we can attack his king X, get them to call and make those hands fold on the river, or we can go bigger and target his flush draws that are going to be inelastic here and get
Right.
them to call and then force them to fold on the river. I would prefer the small size because the big size does filter a stronger range. So I would prefer
Right.
the small size. I just think you get more information when you do check the flop of where they're at. Because a lot of the time when they check, they're just super capped most of the time.
yeah, and
I,
the
I can.
other thing is when they're in position, they slow play more. So when they have ace five off, they're often not gonna raise your first bet. So you really don't get much info from them. But when
But
you
yeah, if you
do check, they will always bet king five and ace five and a set of fives. You see what I'm saying? So when you do bet small, you really can't like the
That
whole
so
thing.
what you're saying is if I don't ask them the question, they'll give me information. They'll give me more
Yes,
information than if I
they
do
will.
ask the question.
You do.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And what you're also doing is you're giving them an extra card. You're giving them equity that comes with that extra card. So if you decide not to bet, if you, whatever streets you decide to check, you're giving them that river card for free. You're giving them that equity, right? You
No,
have
that's no. Like
I,
if they do check when you do two barrel bluff, like because my goal is trying to get him to
well,
fold
yeah, like
his
what if
entire cap range. I'm trying to get him
so
to fold ace three by the river. So I'm
but
gonna
yeah, if we go
bet.
here,
well, if you're trying to get a fish to fold, the best street to get a fish to fold is not the river, it's the turn. Do you agree with that?
well,
No, no. When you
um,
do put all the money in, they will fold a cap range, and you're trying to. So a a small bet versus a check. A small bet, they're not gonna let you know. They're not gonna raise you the first street with two pair or sets. King
well, I
five
would
a
say
set.
you have
When
a
they
valid argument of giving them more equity, but when you do come out and bet, a lot of the hands that we're going to call anyways are the hands that are going to get that equity. And what kind of equity can they really pick up here? So like if they check here and they pick up and they have Queen Jack or whatever it is, they were going to call if they hit the 10 either. They were going to call either way. But also when they check and they hit a queen, that's still a hand that you can make fold by the river.
yeah,
So there's like a lot of hands that you, even when they do pick up equity, you can still make them fold, and you're not really getting like when you bet into them, they're a lot of those hands are just going to call anyways. That like the hands that are going to have the nutted equity that are going to turn it straight, those hands aren't folding anyways to a small size.
yep. And
So I
you
mean,
when you
it
do
doesn't make as
this,
much sense. At least I think in that situation, they were going to
yeah,
call it those hands anyways, and when they pick up those marginal hands, you can make those hands fold as well.
yeah. And I'll be very careful. And if any kind of draw completes on the turn, on bluffing, because live players just play their draws
Too
very
passively.
passively. Yeah. So like that's what I would avoid. If the turn came a blank, say like a deuce of hearts or some like that, then you
Which is
could
fine
technically,
too,
yeah, you
unless
could,
they turn a set of deuces, which is obviously
yeah.
not ideal. But
When
that's
you
like one of the few types of hands that you're going to get screwed by is
see
turn
when
sets.
yeah, when the turn is like a blank deuce on ace king five, we check and they check back. We could tell that they don't have two pair, they don't have a set. The strongest hand they have is probably like ace six. So when that situation happens, I'm more confident in betting close to pot on the turn and then just jamming the river to get them off that hand. And I'm checking range, so it's not like I'm
Well,
always
so
bluffing here.
let's rewind what you just said. If you're betting close to pot on the turn, then you haven't saved any money, any of your money, than you would have bet if you would have bet small on the flop and then half to three quarters on the turn. It's the same amount of money, but you're giving away a free card and you're giving away fold equity on the flop. You're not saving any money by doing that. If what you're saying is I'm going to overbet the turn after I check the flop, you might as well just small bet the flop and then bet the turn 75%. You're going to get the same folds,
He
and
just
you're going
has
to
No,
less
get
I'm
clarity when
not
he
worried
goes
about
on the
getting the
turn.
same folds though. Like when you so you bet
yeah,
small
but
on the flop. When
right,
you bet
right.
small on the flop, then they call. I cannot tell if they have a
But
set or not.
every time that you bet small on the flop, they're not going to call. Sometimes they'll call, and sometimes you're going to get some fold equity with that small bet on the flop.
We're not
That
looking for
counts.
fold. We're not looking for fold equity on the flop, though, Adrian. What we're saying is that small bet, they're going to feel more comfortable slow playing that ace five, king five, set of fives than they will if we check. They're going to come out and start betting that stuff.
And they're
We're
usually
not
going to bet
trying to
to a
get
size
folds
that
and win
tells
the.
us how strong they are.
Yeah, we're not trying to get folds on the flop. That's not the goal. The goal is checking to let them start telling us what they have.
So if you want my own response to that, and I'll let this go. If you want information, the best thing to do is ask the question. Ask the question with a small bet. If what you're doing is trying to find information, probe, then you have to small bet. You can't probe with the check. If they're going to give you limited, they're going to give you a limited response. And the only time you're going to get a response is when they have two pair, a set or better. And you're still going to get that response either on the flop or the turn anyway, because these are not sophisticated players. You don't have to overextend yourself. You can bet small and then you can bet 50 to 75% on the turn, and you're getting the same effect. Except you're adding in card removal. Basically, you're removing streets from them. You are making them
I think that's true
respond
from
to your question
imposition.
with dedication. Yes. Well, yeah. Okay. All right.
I think out of position it's slightly different just because they're more likely to slow play from out of position. So you don't get quite like I don't know, Scotty, I did a similar thing to what you're talking about when I was starting out playing poker, and Scotty was saying he's like, yeah, but you get a lot of information from checking as well. Like betting doesn't always, it kind of leaves you in an unclear spot, especially from out of position. From out of position, from in position, they're more likely to slow play, and from out of position, they're less likely to slow play, especially on a wet board like this, where
Yep.
any club comes in. So all their strong hands, they're going to want to raise off often, most of the time. But from in position, they're more likely to slow play because they don't feel as pressured. They're worried. They're less. You're betting into them. I have a strong hand. I can just call here and let him keep betting into me. Versus when, and a guy used to
Yep.
always fire small bets to get information. He's like, well, that's a more antiquated idea from before. Is like, let's see where I'm at type of bet instead of let's check and let them tell me where I'm at. Because a lot of the time they're not protecting their checking range, like you said. So when they're not protecting their checking range and they check back, I mean, you pretty much can just blast off on them 90% of the time. They just don't have anything strong enough to call you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna try to convince you because I've done
Oh
both,
no.
and I could tell you that this way that we're playing against the population right now works way better. I get people to fold like left and right using the proper sizing on the river.
Well, I mean, I don't know, and I'm not trying to either way. I'm saying I enjoy the conversation of like trying to evaluate it because I'm always looking up because I'm adjusting right now. There's certain times when I'm coming out and c betting a lot more flops. I usually check my range, but there's a lot of the time where I'm coming out and c betting just because I don't. There's certain times like what you're talking about where I have a hand that's not strong enough to check raise, but it's definitely strong enough to go for value, and I don't want them to be able to check through. And you are right that they are usually going to let you know on the turn. So there's a like I can bet decent on the flop and then go pretty big on the turn to still try and get value. And when I get raised off on the turn or the river, I know that I'm not good anymore against population because they just don't raise turns and rivers as a bluff often enough.
All right, let's move on to Andy.
We still didn't finish Sam's hand.
Oh my goodness.
We called the bet on the
Yep.
turn. So now it's on us. We can either check or we can donk. And we
I'm
have
not
two size
donking.
options to donk.
I'm not donking.
Yes, we are checking, and solver agrees.
Is he done thinking?
Wants to think for a second, apparently.
Get the
He
fuck
Tanking.
out
said,
of
man,
here,
you were
man.
thinking, so you tanked so long on this decision that I'm gonna
Clock. Clock. Not allowed.
how do we want to proceed?
Check. Check.
We already checked. We
Check.
can't check again.
I know. Check. Bet. 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 Half pot. Yeah. Live game. I just fold.
So we're going with fold
I'm
and
folding.
I would really like
wow.
to know how solver plays here. Is like if this is a balanced strategy the solver's playing or what it's doing.
Yeah, it's so true because you totally overfold this, right? Tens are just a pure fold to the population if it's playing right.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
actually not that
Population, but against
balanced.
solver, it might not be like against solver, there's a lot of times where you're going to want to call more, obviously.
Yeah, because solver will turn like pocket sixes into a bluff here and shit like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I would like to know what the idea is behind this. If
This
this is
is
a
what the
balanced,
solver. This is what the solver's betting range is on the river right here.
so it has a couple of bluffs around sevens,
It's a
sixes.
balanced strategy. It has some bluffing.
Yeah, yeah, it's balanced, so it's interesting.
Yeah, so
Ten
if it's
nine.
balanced, I'm folding 61% against population. I'm folding always.
Yeah.
We'll
All right,
see.
Andy, you take one.
All right.
Oh, we
And
got fucked. Why you gotta show
Nines,
the hand?
nines are an interesting
all
hand
in.
here. It's in there.
You didn't open jam?
No, I thought about it. That's what I tanked so long for. I think I like. I think this is going to be. I'm going to elect to bet small, and I think it's going to be a range bet small.
I think you're going to get big bets too.
Yeah. In theory, I think you're gonna get some big ones on this. No,
All small.
Just so odd.
well done. So you bet small. This is gonna get interesting if he calls.
So why does it want to bet small?
Probably the paired board.
I'd assume low card paired board. That's what I would
Because we
assume.
have because of our massive range advantage.
So
And
it
then
wants
they
to.
Yeah,
I
but we
just
also have a
assumed.
pretty massive nut advantage too. But the fact that the fives paired kind of mitigates some of our nut advantage. Like if queens are going to be like on a flop, let's say 8-5-3. I bet we get bigger bets. But the five, because they can have some 5x, makes
Right.
our
So
over pairs not quite as valuable as they would be without the paired board.
my other question is, I was
and
just talking to somebody real quick while we were on this. Are we so far in every hand have we had basically a range bet?
Yeah,
just
pretty
about.
much.
So yeah, so it seems like we are just mostly range betting, and it depends on what size then. Well, interesting.
I think we are going to go big here, like pot size. Um,
Wow, you are polar.
but it goes. It was a big bet, but it was not quite my size.
This is
Um,
a value bet.
yeah, and then we can look at. Do we want to look at? So obviously on the flop, what their calling range is. I mean, they just have to call to stay balanced really fucking wide. Oh, those are all their flush draws.
And if ace five is raised off, so now you know what to do. Now you just get to go super crazy for value here because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, we
raised
can see
almost all
that
of its fives.
this is not how population will play this range.
No, population is probably folding everything but their flush draws
And
and
they're
their
raising
fives.
every 5x.
Yeah.
Well, even I'm
They're
surprised how
not
much
raising
solver raises
aces.
5x. Look how
They're
much
not,
solver raises 5x. It's a
well, not
decent
all of
bit.
them. Look at 6-5, and I guess they'll slow play the quads, but 6-5 suited's like half and
Why are they
half.
slow playing ace five more than 6-5? I would think they would want to play their 6-5 and 5-4s more aggressive than their ace five.
Maybe 6-5 has a little extra backdoor, is a little more protected.
I guess, yeah.
Um,
Well, so
then
does ace five. Yeah, it has a little bit, but ace five, yeah, because I guess it makes the lower end of the wheel draw, so maybe that's why.
yeah, we have a little bit more backdoor equity. We have um because we really have no fives other than ace five. Um yeah, ace five is literally the only five we have in range. But as played, I said this size, so we'll go that size. And they call.
Oh my god.
That is a terrible, terrible river. Um, I think I just give up here and check and see what they do. Not necessarily give up, but I'm going to check and assess. And I have 0 checks. It likes a small size here. Our range, most of our range likes to check.
That's surprising because I would bet here, and I would think that solver would check here a decent bit. Huh.
Solver does check here quite a bit range, but our specific combo likes to bet a lot.
Huh. Why is it black in the grid?
It's broken.
Because that's all the hands that we never have.
Yeah, but look at nines.
Oh, because on the last street, remember, I took a line. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you
So
did?
I took a
Oh,
line that was 0%.
yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So we just never get here in that line.
Yeah.
Um, so I
I,
said check.
I think this thing is broken.
And he floated with Queen Jack off and got there.
Adrian, you
Who
want to
is
take one?
Sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's Adrian. All right, Adrian, what you got for us?
Are we I'm in the car. What are we min raise? He's open limping and we're raising.
We can raise, we can fold, we can call, we can raise to 5, or we can open shove. Or well, I
Or
guess
even
technically
better,
not
you
open.
can wait until you're not driving to take this.
No, I'll be driving for a minute. So I would raise here. I'd raise 5.
We'll take a quick peek, and we are still in raise land. And we get an ace 5-4 mono clubs.
What's with these monotone boards, man? What the hell?
I
They're all
think
clubs too.
because of the ace, solver's probably betting here, probably quarter to half. So probably a quarter. I bet small here.
You like the 3.3?
Yeah,
All
go
right,
3 point.
let's see. And we are checking range.
What the
Checks
hell is going on?
range.
I
That's the
cannot
first one.
understand that.
Mm,
Maybe it's because a large portion of their limping range is ace X suited.
Yeah, but the ace is on the board.
This
Ace of
is,
clubs
it's
seven.
odd.
Which would be why we check. If they have a ton of ace X suited, right, with the ace of being a mono ace high board, they can never
Right.
have ace X with like ace of clubs. They can't have. So they can have, I mean, a bunch of other garbage.
It might be
Maybe
that they only
solver.
call better when we bet on this texture.
Because
Yeah.
you don't have any sets, you don't have any. The only flushes you have is the Broadway flushes.
All their weak aces, a lot of their weak aces have 2 pair, and then
And
they
then they have
have
more,
stronger
and they
ace
have,
X.
yeah, they have more flush. They have like flushes down to like King 6 suited, Queen
Yeah,
7, Queen 8.
they have a huge nut advantage over us.
So check it. See what happens.
All right, we can play in the solver line, even though Adrian gets a -1. They boot 7.7. Would you like to fold, call, raise to 18.3, raise to 28.8, or rip it in their face?
We're gonna call.
Rip it in the face.
And wow, they start folding
That's this big size.
against the big size. Their predominant action is fold here. That's wild.
Good.
But we're gonna play.
The solver is saying you're a fish.
We get the king of clubs. Would you like to
Now
check?
the king.
Would you like to dunk lead for 6.6? That's wild that we have two options. We can bet B25 and just rip it in.
I am checking.
And I believe that is probably. Oh, and it actually likes the donk lead here.
It likes the dog lead, huh? Wow.
Big time.
Crazy.
Let's look at.
Solver, you are confusing me.
Well, a lot of his draws are gone, right? So a lot of his club draws are gone. At least the ace and the king are on the board. So that only leaves, paired hands with a club and some of the queen X, which is not a whole lot, which goes down to what, like the 9 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it likes because when we look at his range that he was betting, he has so much all the suited connectors that flop the flush that now obviously he can't have. So it's saying essentially our one line we have more queen X than he does, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, like so we have more
like ace queen of
queen X of
clubs,
clubs
ace
than
jack of
or queen
clubs,
X with the queen of clubs than he does.
king
Yeah.
queen.
So that's why it likes the donk lead small, I guess.
Pocket queens with the club.
I was not expecting a dunk lead here.
Me neither.
This
Um,
this might be something if you use in a live game might confuse the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Well, that implies that they're thinking.
yeah, this actually did well. Even the non-thinking player sitting there with their 10-7 of clubs, when that fourth club peels and you bet out, they're gonna say, "Fuck, he's got the queen of clubs."
I like to check raise a lot when they bet small with their 10-6 often. But yeah, I mean, this is interesting.
It is. So Adrian, you said check, right?
Yeah, but you can go, yeah, just check and see what happens. Check, and if he bets, I fold. But you can go back and run the solver line too if you want.
Now he checks back. We get the jack of spades. We can check. We can go 6.6, 15.8. We can bet pot. We can bet 39.6, or we can bet 87.3. Oh, what
We need to
Brian's
turn
vote is
our
for.
ace into a bluff. And is the ace value now? That's
Did you
interesting.
say you know what I want to do?
I know what Brian wants to do. Uh,
What,
um,
blast away?
Yeah. When in doubt,
I
just
mean,
start
Adrian, you were
blasting.
saying, can we turn our ace into a bluff? I think on
I
the
think
turn, it started trying to turn our
they
ace
tried to
into a
turn
bluff.
this. Yeah, so I think
I
that
bet the
it may
line
do
was
the
going to
same
go on the
thing.
turn, bet small, and if they call, I can almost guarantee Solver was going to bet river big.
Yeah, because you're eliminating the ace and the king flushes. So it may turn the river into a bluff. So let's go ahead and fire. What's the pot? 26. What's enough to get a small club might not, but what's enough to get an ace that beats us to fold? 15.8, 26.4. Try 15.8. That might be in between. It might be 26.
Okay, we'll see what it likes the 6.6 again or check.
Like small or check, huh? Okay.
Yeah, so let's see on the turn. Oh, see on the turn, they were with that fourth club. Solver was checking back pretty much everything. The only thing it was betting was its queen X with the queen of clubs. Um, so we said 15.8, and they folded. They're 10-8 offsuit or 10-8 of diamonds. I'm sorry, not offsuit.
All right, guys, we've
Who's
gone
up?
all the way through. What do you guys want to
Do
do
we want to
next?
try a different exploit?
Do you want to do more work in the trainer, or do you want to switch to Martins? What do you guys want to do?
Or do we want to look at some of the different exploitative drills, like the facing an auto see better? Um,
I'm
we
enjoying
have a
this.
small stakes big blind player. We have a loose splashy button, and we have a button versus small stakes big blind player. So these, I wonder if these are node locked after the flop.
Does appear a little not. What do you guys prefer? Hands or more work in the trainer?
I'm
We
enjoying this.
also have
All right.
facing an auto C
I'm only
bet.
one of
We have
seven on this call.
Yeah, but you've got seniority, and no one else is saying
prefer.
anything.
Big
So,
Mike.
um, so all right, let's so we got crushing small stakes. facing an auto C better from in position, which is interesting,
Position. We
and
actually have
playing
more
against
out of position.
limpers. I'm liking the
Who's-
limp. I'd like to see how we play as an ISO or to the limper when we're in position.
Yes, I
In
feel like we're going to
theory,
see
No,
that
cutoff limp
often.
or low jack limp.
let's do button. So what are we? We're in button versus low jack. So button versus low jack is interesting. Let's do that because that's a very interesting range.
I bet you this one's gonna have some limp raises
Looks, are
from
we
the
gonna get
low.
handouts from our man?
And I also wonder what the difference between the ranges, how they set up a
Yeah,
low jack limping range versus a cutoff limping range, because I almost think that in real life, they're really not that much different.
I would say
agreed.
they're
All right, so I get
probably
to go
similar.
first, guys, and I'm going to ISO this to 4.5.
Let's see. Yeah, see now, see how much our range changes.
Yeah.
Which it's weird that we lose some of this because we lose some of
Well, I
this
think it's just
bottom.
about the I think it's just about the fact that in the small blind, it likes to call given a price. I don't think I generally agree with that because we're playing out of position, but I can understand why it's doing it.
And so this
Um,
is so yeah, the range, their range is the same. And then we'll see what their continue. So obviously we're gonna ISO. How would you like to proceed, Larry? Mhm.
Did we lose Larry?
Are you there?
can you guys hear me now?
Now we got
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you now.
Sorry, it might range bet here, but I don't think I'm going to range bet with this hand. I think I'm going to check back.
You're gonna check back.
Yeah, it's going to range bet. Negative one
Yep.
to Larry. I thought it might range bet, but all right. So let's
There
take the
is
range
some
bet line.
checking, so we do get to stay in solver land.
Let's take the range bet line. Otherwise, we're like in a ghost fight, really. So okay. So we take the range bet. He is going to go into deep into his database, and he is
And
going
he
to
called and
call
then
a
snap
check
checked.
again. So I think now we check. I think now
You think
Solver's going to
now we're
check,
we're gonna
and
start
it's going to
checking?
take its showdown. Try to take its showdown. Yeah,
All right.
it's mixing. What does it
And
want to have? It probably wants to have.
it is range betting big, like pot.
Yeah, except notice our hand is not. Our hand wants
Oh,
to take its showdown. So all these very best ace X wants to try to get the showdown.
When we have a heart, though, like this hand specifically wants to bet. There are some ace king combos that
Yeah,
do like a
yeah.
check. And I think it's because if we have the ace of hearts or king of hearts,
we're
those are
blocking
going into the
continues.
bet.
Yeah,
But
like
that's
so this is showing this combo is
oh,
showing
this is the
our
combo.
exact
Yeah,
combo, not ace king as offsuit as a whole.
yeah. I think yeah, it probably wants to take this because it's blocking. I get another
Yeah,
negative
so
one. So I would check here, but let's take the check.
you
Let's
want
take
to
the
take the
check here.
check?
Yeah.
Destroying his elo.
I sorry about your elo. So it is thinking, but we need a flow.
Dealer is being distracted.
We need a river. You can do it. Come on, Jonathan, get on your bicycle.
It's on you, dealer.
Come. Yeah, I did notice in these, especially the limping drills, it gets sometimes it gets a little slow and like it loses its mind because it's like, wait, what the fuck is that? Especially against the action that's like super low.
Well, these are all like pre-solved, right? It's not like all right, check. He checks. It's a queen. Question now becomes, well, we're kind of in a ghost line now. The question becomes, do we want to bet for value? We do not need to bluff this hand. Um, Generally, I think we're going to check back when I take this low frequency check on turn. I think this is good enough to,
And
yeah.
yeah, our exact combo likes to really, really check our range. predominant answer is check as well.
So I'll give
So
myself a point for
let's,
this last street.
No, our range wants to bet actually.
It was mixing, right?
yeah, it was like 50% check, and then the rest was split. Like the rest of the bets were split pretty evenly.
So we lose to pocket three, sad face. Brian, it's you. What
Yep.
are you gonna do with ace jack?
ISO
All right.
4.5.
Oh, and again, you are right fringy again.
What can I say?
See, it just knows the solver knows you like to live on the fringes.
Yep.
Now we're
Okay,
getting
I
interesting
am
flop.
betting small.
Betting small. And we
Yes.
saw when it was small blind versus low jack, this texture was range bet small. And now it's still pretty much range bet small. Oh, a lot less range betting small.
Yeah, because of the ace of clubs.
Yeah. Well, no, even range, nothing, not even ace of clubs. We're still it kind of mixes between check and every combo mixes for the most part mixes between check and bet small.
All right. So we bet small.
Bold, yeah. I win.
And who's up
All
now?
right.
Mike.
So Mike.
Me, this is a raise.
Let's see. Yeah, we're well within range here.
Hmm, this is gonna see bet quite a bit. This hand combo though, I don't know about this hand combo. This hand combo might check more often than a lot of the other ones, but I would still see bet here. So I'm going to take the C bet line, 3.2
Okay. And
range. So
range
King high
3.2.
flop.
And they call and we get a deuce of diamonds and they check again. How would you like to proceed, Mike?
16.9, please.
16.9? Oh, mostly check, but we do have quite a bit of 16 point. That's our predominant bet size with our range.
Yeah, I wonder why ace jack of hearts doesn't get in there. I guess maybe we want the suited versions of ace jack before, and then checking this version, the offsuit versions, the hearts and the what, spades.
Yeah, that's why do we want to check this one so much?
Maybe we want to block continues, right? So then the offsuit version, which has like a diamond, I don't know, or it has a club, it wants to bet.
Yeah, because look how much. I mean,
I,
ace
I
jack
would
off is
imagine that's the
betting.
way the solver's thinking.
Yeah. And then what we said 16.9. And it is tanking on us. Oh, they called. Yuck.
Uh-oh.
We
Hmm.
want a
Okay.
B50 or rip it in their face for a B150 or check.
Uh, this, I think we might be able to check behind here with some, we can get some check equity, but I also think that we can rip it in and get, well, a lot of folds from all kinds of shit. I think it's profitable to rip it in.
So do
And that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, Ace Jack wants to check, but I wonder if you don't want to screw up your ELO, click check, but I was going to
we're
rip it in.
for some reason it's not, oh they
Yeah.
folded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
For
just going
some
to
reason
fold
it's
fucking
not
range.
marking any negative elo. It must be because I don't know why.
Maybe the exploitative drills won't affect you.
Maybe not.
I think Sam has departed. So, Andy,
That was the Brian line right there.
Rip
that
it.
was a
Yeah.
Brian line.
It was
So now we're on
possibly.
Adrian.
We are on you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna raise, and we are well within range. And I think this is going to be a bet small with most of our range.
100% of it.
Almost 100%. The pattern we're seeing is against limpers who call the ISO. We've had almost every texture, every flop has been a range bet. And he called, we got that. I think this is going to be a spot where I am going to bet big. Nope.
Yeah.
And it likes to give up and check with almost no big bets. And now I think it's a pure give up. Um, he's just got to have a king.
See, they didn't they didn't bet here. Well, I guess the river makes sense, but number one, they didn't raise you or donk the flop, which is going to happen with population. And
Right.
what was the turn? Did you bet or you checked?
I bet pot.
And yeah, and they didn't raise you again. That's kind of not really population tendencies.
Yeah, the population would tend to, when they check, they would go for the check raise on that trips board.
Hmm. But they will slow play, of course. We know that a little bit. But you're right. But I think they do raise more than they should.
Yeah, but with that super dry texture, they don't have much to be afraid of.
And then when the second club comes in and you bet pot and they don't raise, like that's not population tendency.
Right. And then the third club comes and they pucker up a little bit.
Yeah, then that one makes sense.
All right. So, Adrian, you want to take one? You want to skip it and wait till you're out of your car?
I'll take it. I'll raise the sevens.
The 17,
Sevens.
Sevens.
he said, I'll raise to 17.
I said I'll raise the sevens. King by itself, sevens. I think you're with that king, that 9-6, but I'm blocking myself with that six, and I have a club. So I think I'm gonna bet small here.
All right. And
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much a range bet that splits between big and small.
It's gonna
Yeah,
love these
So
king high flops.
yeah, even our range likes to split between big and small.
Nice. All
They
right.
folded. Okay.
We've gone through twice. Should we go one more time? Let me go one more time, and I will take it. We've gone all the way around.
Or
I
we
will
want to
ISO
try
this.
one of the different exploitative drills.
Uh, I don't know. Let's do this one more time. I like playing on button. Let's ISO to 4.5.
Right.
Really, Larry? You like playing on the button? I hate it.
We're gonna bet small with range.
And I believe we will, and we do.
Queen of diamonds. Queen of diamonds.
And he
We've
going
never
to
gotten raised on any
he
of these
is
drills.
he just donked into us, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, you did.
So when he dunks for this small size, his range, this is a very interesting choice to dunk. How does this how does this card shift his equity so dramatically that he's allowed dunks on this texture?
Ace five, pocket five.
I do not know. I mean, it's just so such a small part of his range that wants to do this. I would think if we were to look at this in solver, this would be a low frequency choice. Because this card does not scream equity shifting.
No.
Um, I think we call actually here because we've got some outs and we're playing a position. I don't think we fold now.
We are almost a pure call. Um,
I mean, obviously we're playing bingo now, but we get some bluffs on the river. If
Yeah. Maybe
if
they
you,
donk flush draws too. Might
yeah,
even
it's a
be
very
able to
weird
realize
choice. Very weird choice for a solver to dunk
it
here. This
is.
is not an equity shifting card. And he bets again, and we could not call.
we're
We
not gonna
fold.
call. All right.
And that makes sense.
Sense. Makes sense.
That is a very interesting way to play your nutted combo.
I
This
didn't see that
is
one.
Ryan.
ISO.
No, on the fringes this time.
Pretty close. We're getting there. All right, let's see. 8-8 on the flop. Oh, all right. I am going to range bet small. Wow,
And it
checks a
prefers a
lot.
yeah, big
Very, so
mix.
it switches a lot in position. I feel like from out of position, we had almost very little checking. From
Yeah.
in position, we have a lot more checking, obviously, with a lot of our showdown value and marginal hands. Hmm.
Well, we're still, I mean, we do have 38%
With the
bet
JL
small.
approach, it's a check back a lot of the time with your draw plus marginal made.
Yeah.
Bang, get out of my hand.
Just folding to you left and right.
They have too much respect, way too much respect.
All right, now we got Sam.
I don't think he's
And
here still.
Brian's
No.
next, actually. I mean, Mike's next. Sam
Oh
is
yeah,
not here
Mike.
anymore.
I'm up. All right. Raisy daisy.
Crazy daisy. We don't even need to look. We know that one's in there.
Yeah. Oh, the ace X flops, we tend to check more, I think, didn't we? Um, and in this particular spot, I'm still going to see bet with this combo.
I think we
So
see that with the probably more with the club.
yeah, I'm going to
Would
see
you
bet
like to
small
see bet
here.
small or large?
Small.
And it is mostly, again, it's mixing. We see a lot more mixing between checking and betting
Yeah,
in
the ace X.
position. We said small. We're still, that is our,
Why is it doing that?
What combo did it have there?
It didn't show it.
Why is it doing that? Why is it so much more?
What, checking?
There's
ten
so
eight
much
of
more
hearts.
checking in
I know.
position. I'm guessing
Because of the ace X flop.
just in general, but on a lot of the flops, they're doing more checking than it was out of position. A lot of the out of position hands where you're just continuation betting almost range and you're deciding whether it's a small or a big size.
So I can tell you one thing. We haven't really seen it yet because we haven't taken the check line. Um, but I think it does continue exploitatively, where I noticed when I was doing these drills the other day, well, a lot of times when we take the check line, when they check the turn, we just start blasting off.
Okay,
So essentially
interesting.
it's trying to get them to show us what they have on the turn. When they check, we just start blasting.
It's just odd that they do that, man. I mean, I guess it's just protecting checking range with its
Yeah.
marginal hands.
Oh, this is me.
This is you, Andy.
I think. Are we gonna get our first overlimp? I think this one is an overlimp.
Yeah,
Hmm.
It
it looked.
is.
Yeah,
It
there's overlap.
definitely is.
Oh, it
No,
is
it's not.
not.
Oh,
It is
You
not.
saw, you're in it. You're in it.
We haven't got to play an overlimp yet. Um, I think this is going to be mostly check.
Ooh, I would bet this.
Almost no checks. Wow,
You
I
know, this is
suck. I
weird.
am a nit.
Go
I mean,
to
yeah, I
the
would
go to
bet
the low
this
jack
live,
limping
but
range real quick.
what was that?
Low jack limping range real quick pre-flop. Mm, 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 mm.
I wish you could give
Just
them
trying to figure out why.
combo count here, a percentage of range or something. There it is. It's
Whoa.
no call.
Now go to our ISO range, please. Interesting. Interesting. It's just
If you
weird. It's
click on range check,
weird.
it'll show the number, right? So if you go below and click on range, it'll show we're raising 12% of range,
I
calling
think we have
8% of range.
less.
Okay, got it.
We
That's
have
what I wanted to see.
less combos. We
You're
have
essentially
less
playing
combos
top
containing a
20%.
jack. Yeah, our ISO range is a low jack open range, basically, essentially.
Yeah, if that's it is.
Yeah, I think maybe there's a hole in my game is ISOing too wide.
Yeah, I would
Um,
definitely ISO way too wide in position.
I feel like I do, definitely do. I definitely ISO too wide out of position. I need to get that in check. But out of position, from in position, I think I'm just ISOing a little bit too wide because there's a lot of times where, I mean, I do it as in this of if the low jack opens, if the low jack limps, I'm gonna play my cutoff range as an ISO is what I do. So like, but if the low jack and the hijack limp, I'm playing a hijack ISO open range as my ISO range. Which I mean, that's what Scotty said at one point. He said it's like a kind of, it's not really like a science or anything. It's just kind of something that people do.
Yeah,
Um,
and it really depends on your pool. I mean, if they're overfolding the ISO raises,
they
then
don't. But then I also get in this spot where I do that, but then I ISO bigger and bigger sometimes when they're not folding, and I'm like, okay, maybe I definitely when I'm doing that, I need to be playing even tighter. If I'm just gonna ISO to bigger and bigger sizes when they're just overcalling after limping, then I need to play a tighter ISO range, but ISO to that larger size is what I think needs to be the adjustment for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Um,
Adjustments need to be made.
all right, so I said Jack, like the nit I am.
6. One time. One time.
And it's
This dealer sucks.
This guy sucks at
it's
his job. Fire him.
Oh, hot donk.
well, not really a donk at this point. Now it's a probe.
Oh, yeah, true. You did check. Yep.
I
It's a
did
big
check.
probe though.
It is a big probe, but I think it's going to continue. I
Well, it
think we're
just
going to
became
continue.
polar. Good call.
Yeah,
Technically, you block a lot of straights, so he's
and
just
we
gonna
do
call.
continue with our combo, and our range kind of flips a coin. I mean, not actually flips a coin, but oh, feels like such a gross call too.
Live, I'm folding. Now I'm definitely folding in live.
Oh yeah, snap fold. Let's see what range likes to do. Wow, we have. I mean, that's more just trying to stay balanced. But I mean, our aces, kings, queens, jacks are pure raise. Obviously, ace five is a pure raise.
The jack should just fold.
King jack, queen jack are call. Ace jack is mostly raise. Huh. Yeah, we don't have any jacks folding, but all right, well, we fold. All right. Next up, we have Adrian. You want to take it or are you good?
Sure, well, that's a raise, obviously.
Your open
Obviously.
jam. I hate playing jacks, so I just jam them when I get them.
This is an interesting flop.
It is. Hits my range pretty well. Hits his okay too, but I have a draw, so I'm gonna bet here.
Yeah, I like it. It's,
What size do you like?
Do I don't need to go. I'm gonna go 3.2. That'll give me what I need.
3.2. I think this
Yeah.
might be a big range bet.
You
No,
could bet this one big. You could
it
bet
is
this big.
small. You were
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
There he is. All right.
All right, that was Adrian, right?
Yeah, we're
Yep.
back on Larry, unless you guys want to do something else.
Oh, I want to take the kings.
Of course you do.
Um, we will ISO to 4.5.
You don't just want to rip it?
I didn't have any beans this morning. I don't want to rip it. So this is very so I exploitatively would check here, but it's not going to check. It's going to bet small with range.
And it does, in fact, bet small with range.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
And we
Get the
Oh
tank
yeah.
call.
all right. So what's our SPR here? Our SPR is
Large.
720. Let's say it's very large. So um I think we get do we get to kind of an interesting spot? Let's just go pot. Let's see if it lets us go pot here.
yeah, I
It
don't
might
think
not let us go
Yes.
pot.
it has
It,
to, right?
it's
Actually,
trap
it
checking here a
prefers
lot.
either a check or an overbet.
I thought overbet would be too much, to
Yeah,
be
I thought
honest.
so too with this hand. All right, I get -1, but let's take the overbet.
Okay.
And he's gonna fold a ton of the shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing they can call with. I mean, what do they have to call
Yeah, I
with?
mean we're blocking. I mean we're essentially checking our big bet range there, overbet range, but
If you were playing live and you had
very
that
stupid.
that flop, that hand, I mean, I know you said you checked the flop, but I'm gonna bet the flop often. But what on the turn there, what size would you use then?
What would I do in game?
Yes, so on the turn, he gets there, he just called your small bet on the flop,
I
and
would
now
use well, I think we want to. I mean, we're torn between blocking his continues and having an incredibly strong hand, and um
like the strong hands he
the
can call with
SPR.
are Case King, right? And some backdoor diamond
Yeah,
draws,
it's very hard for him to
open-ended.
have something that's going to continue. But I would probably bet 75% there.
Okay, I think I would go somewhat small still,
Yeah, I
just
think that's
because I'm
fine.
blocking so many continues, and there's only one classification of hands that's pretty inelastic there, I think, and where obviously there's not a lot of Case Kings left. So I would say that I would personally be going small. I just kind of wanted to know. Then
Yeah,
on
I
the
would go
river
bigger
there,
just because our SPR, we really would love to get it all in. So
yeah,
I think I would go bigger, taking into consideration the SPR.
okay.
All right, should we go one time around with another drill and then maybe do some marked hands
Yeah, I just jumped
with
in.
our
I was
remaining
messing
time?
around with the button versus low jack auto C bet.
Sure. What do you guys want to do? All right, so we're in
So
button
auto C
versus
bet
low
is when
jack, and
someone
so it
just
auto
always
C
C
bet.
bets.
Yeah.
So I think that means that this guy is going to bet range.
So he plays
Yes.
normal range pre-flop, but then C bets 100%, right?
I would imagine
Yeah.
it's 100%. Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Who's up? Well, that's a fold.
This is a fold. I went.
So three
This is
bet.
your hand, Brian. Once you get a hand that you can play.
King 10, I think is gonna fold often here. I'm not
I
calling
think
with King 10
yeah,
off.
Uh,
it's
Fold.
this is
Uh,
interesting.
three bet 10.
So you can have a call range? No, he's not. All right, you got a hand, but it's weird.
Oh, he
Oh,
raises.
that's why you got auto C bet.
So what do we want to do? Rip it or call? I think with this specific hand, I think we want to call more than rip it with the suited combo.
I think you're right in
yeah,
theory.
we're
Yep.
mostly call. We do get to rip sometimes.
We want to rip it with ace king offsuit a lot of the time, call with the suited hand, try and evaluate from there. Wait, what?
What?
We
Oh,
must
so
not have a
maybe
post flop
maybe it's
solve.
like an auto four bet.
No, I just don't think I had a solve for it.
Weird.
All
Okay,
right, so
fold.
let's keep on going until you get a hand to play.
Yeah, I want to see.
I'm gonna call here in this spot often. I don't know about what so well, we got 20%.
All right, you call.
Um,
Now it
he
gets
bet.
interesting.
See, now you're
Auto
thinking
C
about
bet.
solver world, not real world. Um,
Well,
real
remember,
world,
this
I'm
is
gonna call
less
here.
solver. This is probably closer to real world than solver world because this is an auto C bet. It's C betting
Oh,
100% of range every time.
okay. Well, I'm gonna real world call here one time, see what he does on the turn, and then figure out how I'm gonna steal it if I can.
You could theory raise
Yeah.
here.
Oh, really? I'm not gonna
Yeah.
raise in live yet. I'm not gonna
We
raise
have
yet.
we do have raises though, and we are range calling. And he's frustrated. How dare you call me?
Okay, now he checks. So what does he bet the flop check to turn with often? He still has some draws that might do this. He's got almost no queen X that does this real world. He still has all of his, he has like pocket tens, jacks, eights, stuff like that. What do we want to do here? How do those hands react? So if we check, do any of them come out and bet the river? And if we bet, they're not folding to one bet, but can we make what can we make fold? We're gonna need to go two streets. I just think they don't live, they're capped here. So I'm going to start betting here when they're capped in this situation, but I'm not going to bet big. I'm going to bet 7.1 is the size that I would use in game, but I don't know how it feels about solver doesn't hate it, shockingly. Wow, look at that. I'm a solver player, guys.
You are. Or that now that it's node locked, the hungry horse, a lot of their exploits are found from node locking. And now that we're node locked a little more, we're seeing what Hungry Horse and some of the exploitative coaches have been saying.
See, and the reason I would take 7.1 here instead of 11.9 is just to keep that wider range in than the stronger range, even though I still think they're capped. When we bet bigger, the only thing we're making fold in the river is missed flush draws, I think, a lot of the time. So,
We still have, it's still a big chunk at 7.1.
yeah, it's not small, but I mean, now I fold, run. I'm out of there.
Let's see what our continues look like.
Yeah. What the hell is
Obviously,
that? He goes for the bet, range bet check raise on the turn. Very underbluffed. He might have
big
bluffed
boy
me,
check
but
raise too.
yeah, we're folding there often. He even check raised on a bigger size. Interesting.
All right, Mike.
All right. We'll fold till we get a hand we can play. Still not there.
It should fix this. You don't have to waste all this time.
Yeah.
All right. We're three betting. I bet this one actually gets to call some too, though.
Let's-
Oh God, look, Peak likes to just call that.
Yeah,
100%. There was no mixing.
It's interesting.
because I think it's because of the button.
Oh, here we go. This is interesting.
I think
I will say in real life, this would depend on the blinds for me and the original razor. I'm not always playing this. I would fold this probably mostly, but consider okay. Consider in peak here they want to play. Is this right? This is not raked, so this is probably why they're playing it.
Yeah, I think this is
I
wider than a
mean,
Rick
I can
game.
tell you on the button
Yeah, I would
versus the
raise
low
it. It'd be
jack
my
open, even
default would be
live
to
raked
raise it.
game, I'm never folding this. It's either going to be a three bet or a call, depending on who's in the blinds and this player.
Yeah, my default would be to raise it, and then calling would depend on blinds. So let's raise.
You want to raise?
Yep. Okay. Oh, good. I would call this a lot.
It is mostly a call. It is a pure call.
I would throw it
Boo.
into a three bet frequency depending on the original razor and the blinds. But yeah, that's mostly a call there for me too. They auto C bet. Um, nine. I don't think nines wants to raise here very often, as opposed to like when we had fours. So I'm gonna call.
Okay. Let's take a look on this board. Yeah, we're pretty weird. We have almost no raises this time versus a ton of raises last time.
We saw this sim check raise us this last time when we kind of did this, and nines are still good, but I also wouldn't mind denying some equity from hands that I probably would default to betting here versus population, but versus a solver, it may want to check at a higher frequency than I want to bet. So, but I'm going to bet, and I would bet.
So, what would you like to bet?
I'd like to bet 7.1.
7.1. All right. See you, Brian. And
Wants to go small when we
he
bet.
wants to go small or check. What is played?
And I wonder too if like because it's versus a solver, like I said, I think I would check or solver, I would check more versus a solver, but versus population, I want to get value more often. And when he does this, and the question is, are they playing like a solver? Are they playing like population? If they're playing like population, I'm folding. If they're playing like solver, I'm mixing. The solver is going to mix call and fold. So should we continue? Without a diamond. Yeah, fold will be one of the right answers. It's whether how much we get to call. Oh, it's pure call. Folding tens and jacks, but calling nines.
Explain that. Riddle me that.
I think it has to do with blocker effect.
Yeah, sure.
Because we block 8-9, we
Well, we're ahead
block
of eight
9
nine.
7, we block some of the bluffs. Um,
If we block
oh,
bluffs,
so
we should
why would it
fold.
no, why would it we would want to continue when we unblock bluffs more. So why does it yeah, that's why are we pure calling nines
We
and we
block
start
king nine.
folding tens and jacks?
It's a
Oh, yeah,
weird
it
one.
seems like the only hand we really block is king nine.
Right. What? Why are that's weird.
Except kings and jacks.
This is so weird. I'm giving you a point, Mike. It's very strange. I don't know why. It's Yeah. Anyway,
6-7.
I
And
mean,
yeah, we
so the six
fold.
didn't complete anything.
Not anything they should have.
I would just fold.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
4-5.
4-5. Okay.
So that was Mike. So we've got, why don't we do two more with Andy and Adrian, and then we'll move on to something else. So this is Andy going.
Yeah. Once we get to a hand we can play. Ooh, this is gonna be a. I think this is actually a lot of three bet, but I'm gonna call. Oh, and it's a fold. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll keep it in solver land. We won't go into ghost land. So I lose a point there because I would have called that.
All right. Fold.
Raise.
You got to remember 10-9 off was, or 10-9 suited was the bottom of the,
Floating range.
yeah.
This is gonna be a fold.
And even 10-9 is a fold in rigged games.
They should trim these.
This might be a call.
Yeah,
This
that's
is a fold.
Never a call.
yeah, this is even in non-rake. This is just a shitty hand at the stack depth.
Too bad this doesn't help your elo.
No,
Right.
I don't think Justin Sleeve is sitting here and going through these like this. Come on, Saliba, what's up with your tool here?
Right.
All right, there you got one.
No. Okay, we have enough calls that we can call and see a flop.
Oh, this is interesting.
All right. Sorry, I had to turn the heat off for a second. Wonder if I have any raises here.
I don't think you
Against
get a
an
lot of.
auto C
I,
bet, I
in
may have
theory, you don't get
quite.
a lot of imposition raises.
That's true. I'm gonna go with call. And yeah, we have actually it mixes. It
Yeah,
has
more
quite a
raises
few
than I
raises.
thought.
And I'm wondering if they adjust the theory in quotes here because of the auto C bet, or if
Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot we're in auto C bet.
Yeah, I think. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know we could do that.
exploitative range, GTO range.
So we are now looking at your post flop compare and contrast here?
Yeah. Oh, that is cool. So it is adjusting the ranges for playing exploitatively.
Adjusting pre-flop or adjusting post-flop?
Well, this
This is
is
the
this
same
street. This is this
ranges.
specific street against this specific action.
Yeah, so we're
So you can
seeing,
see the exploitative. We have almost twice as many raises,
yeah, that's interesting.
and we have less folds versus GTO.
It's not extreme. It's not as extreme as I thought it would be. That's
Yeah, me
interesting.
either.
Maybe not in this example. Other examples might prove a little different. Oh, I wish I'd saw that, click that earlier. That would be. This is kind of interesting to look at.
Which button is this?
When we bring this, it says compare
Oh,
ranges.
okay, got it. That is
So I
interesting.
wonder. Oh, we can't look at pre-flop at this point. Oh, because we're in a decision point. So we had said call. Check. Do we like to? I think I want to check it back and realize
I
equity.
think you're going to have more bets here because he's c-betting range, which means receiving range on flop, but I think that's going to give you more bluffs here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I think we have enough equity though that we can check back and try to see what the river comes and realize, and we do
Let's do
with
the
our.
compare ranges again thing here. So this is so we face a check. It's much more complicated because we check. Yeah, it's not drastically different.
No, we
Uh,
have. Well, we have a lot more bets at at a.
We have a lot more big bets, yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot more. Um, but then actually our bigger bets, the 11.9, we fall off, and then we fall off on the really big. Oh, yeah, oh, no, go ahead. That's going up. Yeah, so we have and a lot more checking exploitatively. So check. I wonder if we have more raises here now. Um, I think I'm just gonna fold, but yeah, we're pure fold.
Yeah, I would have thought you could raise there quite a bit too.
Well, we block a lot of the auto folds.
Right. But you're also, yeah, you're right. Because, I mean, we can get better hands to fold because he's bluffing with better hands.
We do have more raises exploitatively than we do. We have like three times as many raises exploitatively as we do fold or GTO. At least at this size. So, um, yeah, we have more calls in GTO. So,
Because I was thinking he would land here with a range that when we raise, he would have to fold hands that he's betting for value and hands that he's better hands that he's bluffing with, like King X type hands, whatever. So I thought we could raise this particular combo.
oh, see, it won't let me look back on the nodes. So we get this compare ranges feature, but we can't look at the nodes. Okay. All right, Adrian. Is he still?
Yep.
Yeah, he's
I
here.
can. I think that's a call.
I think it is two. It mixes. Oh no, pure. Close
Wow.
to pure.
Um, he bets small. I mean, I don't have any clubs, so I don't block clubs. So, it's interesting whether I should pop here because I block clubs. But the king queen hits him pretty hard. So I'm going to call here.
All right.
There's
And
stays
it's
there.
kind of same thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm assuming he's raising because he unblocks the clubs and the ace of clubs isn't there. And he unblocks the diamonds and the ace of diamonds isn't there. Um, and the guy's c betting range. He's c betting a bunch, so you can pop there. But yeah, okay.
It's basically, it looks like it's taking some of our folds and making them into raises.
Yeah.
Um, where do a lot of our folds come from? GTO, yeah. Um, looks like yeah, we have slightly more raises in the ace seven, ace eight, than we did before. Um,
Yeah, it's like every hand just raises a little more often. It doesn't like add any hands. It just takes what's it's already raising range and just puts a little bit more frequency into it.
yeah, and it looks like a lot of it's coming from like the pocket fours. If we look here, GTO pocket fours kind of fold about half the time. Now they never fold, and they're always
Yep.
White fours. Okay. Jump.
so we call. And he keeps barreling. What do we want to do?
Any barrels. I don't get any read off of that. That could be anything. I think we just call here.
All right, we like a call.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pure call. So look, if we start to see any more differences yet. So it's still our our frequencies are actually running pretty close now. Um, beat us one time.
I know what I want to do.
15 into 26, that's a fold.
You don't want to rip it in his face?
I was thinking
No,
rip
not with
it.
not
I
man, he
was
can't
thinking
queen.
rip it.
He's got too many kings, too many queens.
I was thinking rip it would be good too because he still has 100% of his range.
Yeah, but 100% of his range is that's pretty compressing that king, queen with that line. Bet.
All right, that's Adrian. That gets us through. Should we continue or should we move on to some marked hands to finish this session?
All right, I
You-
just input a couple hands in the replayers.
Whoa!
What? Are you
We got to
serious?
celebrate that Sam actually put some hands in the real bit replayer. We got to watch his hands. All right,
Huh.
let's look at Sam's marked hands.
All
Hey,
right.
before we start, Mike, are you here tomorrow?
In and out.
In and out. Okay. I was going to ask if you wanted to do some hands up, but not if you're in and out. That's too stressful.
Which one? In and Out Burger?
I wish we had in and out here.
Yeah, I could use some in and out right now. All right, Sam, show us your hands.
All
And
right.
Andy, are you here tomorrow?
Don't know yet.
All right.
I may be here for a little while. I can't answer that 100% yet.
Okay. Because if you're here, maybe we could do some more of
All right. If you guys see porn, don't scream.
We were talking about in and out and then porn and
Oh, by the way, this is my restaurant
Nice.
website
Look at those. Look
nice.
at
Really?
those.
Where are you?
in like in the Bay Area.
Okay.
Yeah. Like after I fix this, I got a lot more online orders now. All right. Four hands
Beautiful.
that shows you how to exploit. Can
If
you
we
guys
show up, do we get a dim sum discount?
sure? Just give me a call.
All right, man.
This thing is like, how do I make it full screen? What the fuck?
So, is there any way you can shrink? So, if you go to like our tools, blah blah blah. Is there any way you could? So, what helps in a browser on the desktop is if you
In
can
2 minutes,
shrink the
gentlemen.
browser window. Like, like you can, like,
Can't really shrink this.
but it
God
might
damn.
not work in a song in a.
Anyway, they're all against the blinds anyways. But here,
Yeah.
let's go.
Sam, do you want to send the links in the chat?
Yeah, then we could open it up on our end too.
How do I
And
do
then
it? Like,
one of us can open in browser.
Scroll
oh,
down
like
there,
this
the little
one?
link. Yeah, the little link button.
Link button in Zoom.
Yeah, so in Zoom, you're gonna have someplace in Zoom, you're gonna have chat as an option.
Yeah, and you can either send them into the Zoom chat or Sam, are you in our group chat on Discord?
Yeah, I guess. Well, why not post it to where you guys post the the message thing, for the session.
Yeah, that's fine. You can post it there.
So
I was gonna
we're
say
gonna
either
do it.
there or we have our group chat for the study group chat that you're in there, right?
Yeah,
He's not. I just
Discord.
checked.
Um,
So you want to, yeah, you could just post it in there.
The cash hand history review.
Yeah, we put one up with a nice Russian woman playing. See a picture of a Russian woman playing cards. You can stick it in there.
All right, let me do that.
Posted 2 hours ago.
Just let me know when you guys see it. Hand history review.
Not, yeah.
what's your what is your Discord, Sam? I'll see if you're in the group chat.
Um, I have no fucking clue. Sam T.
Okay, when you post something in the other one, I'll add you to. We have a separate just a Discord group chat for the study group.
All right, do you guys see it's yeah, it's under the cash hand history review.
Can you scroll up a little bit? So we can see where this is. Cash hand history view. That might be.
It's in
You're
here.
you're in LP's group right now?
Oh, it's LP's
Yeah.
group.
Okay. Hold on.
You want to grab it? Yeah, they're in. They're in there. You want to grab them, put them up?
All right, you guys see it? I'm gonna stop sharing.
Okay.
I can't mess with the group because I have to authenticate because LP made me a moderator at some point, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But somebody could grab the hands, right?
I'll show 'em. All right, let me just bring up. All right, this is hand
There we go.
one.
Yeah.
All right, so hand one. When I get all of them together, hold on. Give me a second. I'll get all of them.
All right. And then while we're in here, I just added you as a friend, Sam, and then once you accept, I will add, if you want, I can add you to our group chat that we have just for the study group.
All right,
It's not a
accepted.
server or anything.
All right, I'm about to set these up. 1 second, guys.
These are all live. And I could have been $450 richer if not for the last hand.
I don't think these. No, these are not. So these are not going to work because these are not saved. So you've got.
They're not
Notice
saved?
the URL is just it ends with Poker Hand Replayer. The URL has to end with the unique code, and that unique code gives you the hand. But these are not. These are
Yeah,
just.
but like I hit the button that says create your hand, right?
Yeah, but unfortunately, for
How do I
whatever
save
reasons,
them?
You bring your screen back up for a second, Sam.
Hold on. Start sharing my screen. I am not the tech guy, so bear with me.
worries.
You guys see it now?
Yep.
It
So
was
go.
on this site, it was blank. So what I did is I just went to this poker. Is this one?
Yeah, you did it right.
No, wait.
You
Hold.
created the hand all right. We're just trying to figure out why it didn't share the right link.
Yeah, it's this
Yeah,
one
go into your hands that you already have queued up.
right here.
Go open one of them. Scroll within here somewhere.
All right, see where it says
Um,
create new hand there?
Yeah.
Click that. That's going to open a new window.
no. Go
Oh,
back.
no, that's not it. I fucked up. Sorry.
All right, scroll up,
Yep, to the top
scroll
of the
up.
screen.
Right there, the link. Share your hand.
See that little
That
chain
chain
link?
link right there.
This one?
That will, yeah, that will create. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's it.
Ah, there we go.
That's it.
All right. And then
And
go
then you
back.
go to Discord and you can share it uh in our chat or on the study for you, whatever.
Why don't I just message that to you? How about that?
Yeah, you could
Sure.
just want you can message. You're in a new group now. You can send it to the group, or you can send it to one of us.
All right.
Well, this one, right? Create link.
Yep.
Yeah, you want that unique URL. That's so. Yeah, send it to. Okay, you got it, Andy. You can share them.
You want the first one pulled up. If you want to stop sharing, Sam, you can keep
Yeah, let
sending
me
those to me.
stop sharing. Got it.
And then
All right, let's see. Let's see your hand. You have
all right.
jacks. Is the button straddle on here? As is often the case in your hand?
I made it simple. It was a winner straddle, but it doesn't really make much difference.
Okay.
And then hold on, let me pull up the last one. All right, and one of them it's not showing your cards. I don't even know.
What the hell?
The second one you sent me.
Second.
Yeah,
Hmm.
maybe once I started it
Oh,
will.
no.
Oh,
It's
because
probably because I pressed the create new hand button and then I went back. That's why it's lost. Let's see. Uh, Jacks.
I have the Jack's hand right here, and then I have the King Four offsuit, and then
King
I
for.
have the Aces.
Uh, that is the okay. Let's see.
Um,
Hold on.
you're good.
Confirm straddle. So I'm creating the hand right now.
Okay. Well, do we want to start looking at the Jack's hand while you're doing that? Oh, I
E-
guess it's taught you because you're on mobile, so it's tough to narrate and
yeah, let me do it real quick. Hold
okay,
on.
you're good.
Oh, no. Hold, hold, call. Okay. All right, it's coming. Copy URL. All right, see if that works.
All right. Um, new one. Ace four offsuit.
Yep.
Yep, I got it.
So just go through. Let's go the jacks first, and then we go to the ace four off,
All right.
and then the last hand would be the aces. All right, just run it through.
Yep. Up.
Not much. It's just nighttime 1-3 winner straddle game, live game. Games are good.
All right. So we got a straddle to six, folded to your jacks. You raised to 25. Nothing.
Yep. The button, it's a Korean guy. The straddle, it's a like a Middle Eastern guy. Play with him quite a bit.
All right.
All right. So check to me. I'm checking range here because I'm out of position. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The guy's gonna let me
And
know if he has a queen or not.
yeah, and even more than out of position, multi-way. We don't have a super strong hand to continue multi-way.
Yep. This hand's gonna show you like if you choose the proper sizing on the river, you could get him to do what you want to do. It's this hand plus the next hand. So check through.
All right, good sign. Check through.
Yep.
Very interesting
Turn.
turn.
Now the first guy checks again. Um, I decided to check here because like I thought the guy on the button could still be checking some like very, very weak. He's gonna call something like Queen 5 suited. Uh, but because he played with me quite a bit, he knows I check quite a lot out of position. So I mean, I don't think there's much point for me to bet here.
So you play against the guy on the button a lot?
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, it's a
Does he
Korean.
have a high VPIP? Is he like playing a
Yeah,
shit
he
ton of
has a
hands?
he has a high VPIP, and he's not gonna like if I bet here he's gonna call me. Like if he has a jack, he's gonna call me. Um, obviously he's gonna call me with his flush draws.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
I don't think he's calling me with his air.
the one way I'd like to think about this hand is that checking I think is fine, but you are allowed to bet more here because you can call a raise.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and the other advantage of betting here is that if you do fold out button, you get to play in position on river against big blind. There, I think you're right. There's going to be some trappy checks here,
Yeah,
but I think the frequency of Queen X in these two ranges is a lot less now.
yeah. Yeah, I do agree. But if I do bet here, I'm also just gonna bet small. I'm not gonna bet big. Uh, yeah, there's no point for me to bet big here because I'm looking to get like a 9 or 10 to call, potentially two streets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of
so
like a bet here just because you call a raise.
yeah,
And also there's a chance that you're going to play in position on river.
yeah. I check. They all check. All right.
It's checked back
Now,
to you.
huh?
And now it's checked back to you.
Yeah. Now it's when if you think about their range, they're mostly just either showdown value or both for both of the players. They don't have a queen because now they check twice. They just they're not going to check twice with a flush draw out there.
So
Uh,
you're trying to extract value from under pairs and or 10x
yeah,
or
like
9x?
9x, 10x. They have showdown. It's either they have showdown or they have air. So air is gonna fold to whatever, but the showdown it's likely gonna call a bigger bet. So I
Yeah.
decided like probably if I bet pot size, they're not gonna fold. Like if they have a hand like King 10, Ace 10, like Ace 9, I don't think those are gonna fold. So I did
No.
bet 70. The button folds, and the first guy calls, and voila, he has ace 10.
Oh, he showed you.
Yeah, I did. It's not showing this hand, huh?
No, he might not have put in what he had.
No,
Did
I
you?
did. I did put in the hand. I did put in the hand and check the box to say show the hand at showdown.
Advance the player one step.
I'm trying. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's it.
Yeah, the
All right.
guy
It
Now you
should
has.
want to
show his
go?
hand. All right. Yeah, I, yeah, I think you played just fine. I might bet turn, but I did bet turn. I don't know if I could extract value on river. Yeah, I think that's a good turn, a good river bet. It's a very complex spot.
Yeah, I think even if you bet turn and you bet the right sizing on the river, I think you still get like he's because he has ace 10. I think you still get the call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could get two streets here, but because I didn't bet the turn, so I bet a little bigger, and we got it, and then go to the ace four hand, and this is the same guy.
All right.
This is like this is the same guy that called me with ace 10. All right,
This is a Middle Eastern rig on that
it's
is
a
now
Middle Eastern fish.
fish. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like a 50 or 60% VPEP or something.
Oh, he's just not fucking folding. Like he's not folding. Like he limps, he's not folding.
Okay.
Just call way too much.
So you are going to do what with ace four here?
We will open
Oh,
very
he's on
very
the
wide.
okay, so here's your
He's in
straddle.
the straddle.
All right.
I'm like yum yum.
Okay.
Folds to him, he calls.
All right. Bink, sort of.
Yeah. This is I might have inputted wrong. It might not be a four. Like I don't remember having a pair on this hand. It might be like queen 6-7 or queen 6-5 or queen 6-3. But there is a flush draw. The most
All right. So
important thing.
let's imagine you with non-pair and the ace of
The ace.
diamonds.
Let's say I have ace three of offsuit. Okay.
All right.
All
So
right.
you bet small, trying to
Yeah. We
get him
bet
to
small. Get him
raise
to
off his
raise.
good shit.
He calls.
Calls.
All right.
All right. Uh. No, this is not right. It's a jack. The fuck.
All right. So you got
Anyway, it's a jack because if it's a 10, he would have hit a set.
okay.
It's a
So
jack.
he's got a jack here, and this is where it gets interesting, right? So he's called you for
Yeah.
small bet. Um, he's got two overcards to his tens here, and I'm curious what you do here because I don't know what I would do. You have nothing.
I have
You have
nothing.
air.
I
Yeah.
have air.
You have ace high.
Normally you would barrel because like I pretty much have no showdown if I have like ace three here. Um, but this guy, when the jack comes, I feel like he's not gonna check raise me on the flop with queen jack, and so when the jack comes, he could have like he's still relatively uncapped. Um,
Hmm.
so I really don't like the jack. Like versus if it's like a low turn card or something like a middle turn card, like an eight, that would be better.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
the jack is better for your range, so I
It
think
is better for my range, but I'm more focusing on I'm honing in on his range because I'm trying to get him to fold everything by the river. So once I thought that, and we weren't deep enough. If I go big here, I just don't think he's gonna fold. Like if he had king queen, if I go like 120 here, because normally I would go 120 and then just jam the river and get him to fold king queen. But he's not gonna with this stack depth. He's not gonna fold king queens because if we bet 120, the pot is gonna be like what like 320. He's only gonna have like 350 left. On top of that, if I bet 120, he's not gonna raise me with Queen Jack because he
You
will
talking about
have
here
all
or
the
talking about right now?
yeah. Like this, imagine this turn as a jack. It's an offsuit jack.
Yeah, I would if it was an offsuit jack, I'd bet 70 just as a range, just because it's better for my range and he's open limping. So and that
He's
six
not open ending. He's from the straddle.
oh, he's from the
Straddle.
straddle. Well,
Yeah.
okay, all right. So yeah, straddle, and he calls behind. So I would think that the queen jack is a better board combination for you than him. So instead of giving him a free card on the river, and then bombing the river, I would just bet my 75 here and then take my check equity with my ace high.
Yeah.
What
So I
about
desi I did not do that because I thought that he either has a queen. I don't think I could get king queen to fold if I bet big here. Or he has a weaker pair, like something
Right.
like eights, nines,
hmm
fives, tens.
hmm
Um,
Does he
or he
fold?
has or he
Do you
has
think
a
he
draw.
folds? Do you think he folds any of his under pairs to your $70 there on the turn? With a jack there, which is better for your range than his? You probably get some fold equity there.
You probably, yeah, I probably get some fold equity, but if I do bet the turn, then I have nothing on the river. Like,
Well, do you need to
what?
bet if you bet the flop and the turn and he calls both, do you need to bet the river or do you already have all the information you need?
And then I'm gonna lose to, and on top of that, I'm gonna lose to. I don't think I have the ace of diamond here. Like,
You
I'm
don't.
not blocking. This hand is input wrong.
hmm
So if he has like ace nine of diamonds,
hmm
I will be losing. So my thought was he either has a draw,
hmm
like a straight draw that we're beating. He has some weaker pairs.
hmm
He has queen X. He could also have two pair on this turn, on the jack turn.
You
So
could.
my thought was, if I check here on the river, he's always gonna bet his strong hands. Like the queen jack will always bet. When he does check, that means he has showdowns. When he does check, he will have two type of hands. He'll have a missed flush draw, or he'll have like nines, eights, tens. Then
full?
yeah, then I could just blast him off of those hands on the river when he checks. So that's my thinking in game. So I check back. The river, it's not break. It's not a flush completing card. This is because I was rushing to input the hand. He does check. So the board should read like queen 6-4 jack 3 no flush, and he
hmm
checks. It's just the same guy that called my $70 bet with ace 10 on the previous hand.
hmm
So here I thought if I overbet 2x pot, he probably folds everything. So that's what I did. I bet 200
hmm
and he folds pocket tens face up on queen jack.
Do you think he folds pocket tens if there's a jack there on the turn? Do you think he folds pocket tens to a $70 bet?
No, he's likely going to call. That's what I'm trying to
On the
say.
turn?
If you size it properly, this is the same guy. And when
hmm
you go play live, you should like try to look for these people on your table and just vary your sizing on the river based on what your hand is because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Neither.
when you check the turn, he's going to tell you exactly what he has on the river.
Yeah, and that's what he has. He has a showdown value hand. He either misses his flush or misses a straight draw, or he has a showdown value hand like eights, nines, tens, sevens. So you want those hand to call, you bet 50. You don't want those hand to fold, you blast 150.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what I did. I blast 150 or 200.
What hand you want next, Sam?
Let's do the king four, and then we will go to the aces.
Okay.
Aces is where I lose the shit ton of money.
Is this our friend, our sticky friend in the straddle again?
No, this is the game from last night. This is different.
Oh,
The guy in the small blind is a probably a Laos guy. Same shit. Three bet too little, call too much. They know I'm tight, but they don't know I'm doing this kind of shit.
I mean,
Uh,
we already know. We you can classify there's two types of Asian players.
yeah.
Two.
So we
Um,
open to 20. We're just opening like a shit ton when it's, folded to us on the button, and we got a bunch of fish in the blinds, and we get this shit.
this is pray for a good flop. Pray for a good flop.
It's
Not a
good
good flop.
enough. Good enough. Good enough for me. Check to me. If I
Oh
had
shit.
any, yeah, if I had any other hand, so when I do bet here, I'm only gonna have two type of hands. Like I will have like thick value or play for stack hands, or have something that would block the future nuts. The only reason I'm betting here is because I had the heart. Um, and
And
I
the king.
don't, yeah, and I don't advise doing this against four people, but what the hell? They think I'm tight. Like one of the guys in this hand was like, "You're only the second tightest player on this table." I'm like, "Yeah, keep thinking that."
Right. Oh, so this is the Laos guy.
Yeah, this is the Laos guy. The other guy two folds. So, um, I play with this guy quite a bit. This is also the guy that last time I tried to blast him, but he happened to like river two pair.
Uh,
So here my thinking is he's calling next to act, so the range is like extremely strong. Like I just don't think any size here is gonna get him to fold anything. And on top of that, he's just gonna call me with any pair on the flop, so he has some nines. Uh, so when that happens, I pretty much just like I was thinking about giving up here.
okay.
Plus barreling the middle pairing card just doesn't really make any sense.
No, it doesn't, because we're
But then
checking
the
that back a lot.
yeah, um, but this thing happens, and on the river he checks. So my in-game thinking is he either misses a draw or he's like sandbagging with a jack. Like he could have, God knows, like Jack five suited here and not bet. And I don't think a Jack is ever gonna fold to any size of bet once I check the turn. So my goal
So
here is just to get his ace
ace
high,
highs and
yeah,
king highs to fold.
ace high and king high flush draw to fold. He doesn't have a king high flush draw, but king 10 would be
Like
folding,
king
right?
10, king jack. He does have some king X on the
Yeah,
straight
king
draw.
jack isn't folding, so yeah, ace X of hearts is folding. So when that's the case, where I don't think his jack is folding, and we're only trying to fold out like his draw part, I would choose a small size. So I chose 30,
You went like
and
super
he
small.
folds. Yeah, he folds. I'm not sure if it shows, but he had king queen
Does it?
off. He
Okay.
also table his hand.
Oh, okay.
He had king
Nice.
queen off.
These guys really
That is,
just give you free information, don't they?
Yeah, they
yeah, that
do.
is a
I'm
very efficient
telling you,
size.
just find these easy games. It's like so easy.
All right, Ace's hand.
All right, aces. This is where you lose a bunch of money. We open to 20. Yeah. Small blind is a Korean guy. I call
Let
him
me ask you a
Kim Jong
question real
Un.
quick. Do
Yeah.
you ever change your RFI size at the very top of your range?
I always vary my RFI size, like based on their stack size, not really based on how they react. Like if they're sticky, I size up.
Okay.
I always change it. Like you saw the jacks, I open to 25. Like there's a reason to it. They're deep. If they're deeper, I open bigger.
Got it.
If they're shallow, it doesn't matter what I have. I open smaller. Sometimes I click it to like 3x. Sometimes I do it like 2.5x.
Oh,
So
no,
it's
this is
not.
lose a whole lot of money hand.
Yeah. But I should have folded the river because like they don't fucking bluff. Like fuck them.
What are you doing? So I was talking to my dog, not you.
Okay,
Yeah.
What are
so
you doing?
what a nice flop.
What a
And
nice flop.
so you're gonna bet pure here, I would imagine.
Uh yeah, it might be an exploit. Like when I do this, I might only have like aces or like ace
Yeah.
kings. Yeah.
I will use a very
Yeah,
small size here as well.
Yeah.
yeah. As an exploit, especially with some stationy players, you could with the nuts, you could size up quite a bit here.
Yeah. But they know I'm a regular, so they know I'm not like bluffing all that often.
And
The
you get
first guy calls.
call and a fold. All
Yeah, but
right.
if you got guys who are never folding, and you can size up here with the nuts, knowing that get a little extra value off their flush draws and their straight draws and their king X that are just aren't folding.
What do we know about this
Yeah.
player?
It's a Korean guy calling way too much. Same kind of deal.
Like a
Like,
like 50, 60% VPIP, like ridiculous.
yeah, I wouldn't say 50, 60. Yeah, it's like at least like 35.
Okay.
Somewhere between 35 and 40, I guess.
All right.
It's just calling with hands that he's not supposed to. Like I'm telling you, like ditch those charts. Pay attention when you're in game, like what they're actually calling out of the blinds.
Yeah, I hear you. So we don't love this turn, but it's not the worst.
We don't love this turn. Yeah, but
He checks to you.
like I'm blocking the flush draw. What else? Like I don't know. You might have ace queen here.
I mean, you're blocking the flush draw and you're 20% to the uber nuts.
Yeah, like but anyway, when it's checked to me, like I just bet small,
Yeah.
like just to string around his
All right. So
ace
the
jack.
he now is taking the most underbluffed line in poker.
Yes,
Bluff
But
the
and
we're
shit out
s-
of this line.
but we should
and
not fold because we have
no, we're not folding.
yeah.
We're deep. We're not folding.
So we're being offered like so you're actually I think getting close to direct odds here.
Yeah, if I had like ace jack off here, I'm just gonna fold. Or
Yeah,
maybe I mean, if I had like yeah, I guess.
And you
I
also
think you're getting right around four
you
to
have to
one here. So
assume
you're getting around 20%. So this is a pure call. I mean, you're getting odds
Yeah,
to
no,
blow it
we're
up.
not folding. We're not
yeah.
folding.
And you have
We
to assume he only has Jack 10 here. I mean, he could have pocket queens, he could have king
Yeah.
queen and ace queen.
That's exactly
You know,
what went through my mind on the river. I'm like, please just bet small. Please just bet small. Please just, but he
Yeah.
does
oh.
this.
So this is really hard to. So I mean, yeah, I mean, like the amount of combos that beat you is just so hot. It's so small. So
It is,
the
but
first question I would
Yeah,
ask myself
but
here is this guy so wide as to have Jack 10 off in the small blind as a flat?
yeah, 100%.
always
All
100%.
right. So then
And
all
does
of a
he?
sudden when he's got Jack 10 off, that makes me
Yep.
nervous. You've got 16 combos here.
Yeah. Does
Yeah,
he do this with king
I
queen?
mean,
No.
and when a passive calling station all of a sudden check raises turn on an equity completing board and then jams river, is it ever a bluff or an overplayed two pair?
I'm just basically calling, hoping that he has a set.
Have you
Like
ever seen him?
I'm hoping that he had like a set of fours and then I'll check raise the flop. Basically.
Yeah, I think
He
it's
could have
hard to
queens too.
fold here when you beat his value, right?
Yeah,
But
but I'm arguing that when he has two pair, he's not gonna take the size.
all right, well that changes things.
Yeah.
And it's
So the
also hard
lesson
for him to
here is
have. I mean, the most obvious set would be kings. It's hard for him to have that, but he does have fours.
yeah.
He could have queens.
All right, he could have queens. Yeah, queens would be in there. I think we can. I don't think I'd be able to fold here. I don't know how other people
I
feel.
tanked for 4 minutes, man. They had to call a clock on me.
I mean, when there's only, I mean, you could just do pure combinatorics here, right? So you're losing to 16 combos, and you count up how many combos you're beating. And if you give him ace king at any frequency that he flats, even though you're blocking,
Yeah, but
and you give him
remember,
king queen,
he's betting. What is he betting? Like, go back, look at the pot.
And he didn't check raise the flop either.
It's a
He's betting
one point
not.
six.
Yeah. So he will have all the ace jack 10 here. 16 combos, all of them. Then we have to count the combos that we beat, like that he's overvaluing.
Right. Do we ever think
I
ace
don't think.
king, ace queen, king four, king queen ever take this line, this
I don't
size,
think.
or
Ace
this line in
King is
general?
what? Ace King is 1 times 3. That's 3 combos. Let's say he does another one with Ace Queen. That's 6 combos. So we're beating him 6 out of 22 times. Do we have a profitable call? Let's just give him another 3 combos of fours. Give him one more combo of kings. Let's say he didn't 3-bet. That would be 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 1. That's 10. Plus his 16. That's 10 out of 26 times. Is that giving us enough pot odds? I don't know.
it's
I don't
close.
think so. It's
I just
right
want
on the
to.
edge.
I just like next time I'm gonna be like, I'm fucking folding this shit, man.
Yeah, this is
Then when you
hell.
take into account, especially a lot of recreational players see more monsters under the bed.
Yeah,
When they see the completed equity, they're gonna say, "Oh, he could have Jack 10."
I could have
Um,
Jack 10 here.
right. They're not gonna take this line with. I mean, I think a lot of recreational players, the only way they may take this line is Ace King, but I think they're check raising that on the turn or on the
Yeah,
flop.
or a set of fours. But
I mean,
then
you
Yeah.
could argue that we are beating part of his value here. And but his sizing is ridiculous. It's
and I'm
very hard to
arguing
fold
that
Sad
this
thing, I
hand.
don't
I
think
don't
the
know if
two
I could
pair
fold this
ever
hand.
takes this sizing on the river from a
no,
recreational player.
no, I don't think so.
I think the nuts and only the nuts jam
I
for
don't think so.
1.6 pot on the river.
If we're that generous and giving him the ace king, ace queen, pocket fours, and some pocket kings, and we're not going to get the right odds to call, so I have to call 470 to win 750. That's what,
See you, Mike.
like 1.5, 1.6.
Yeah.
Which one is it? I don't even know how to use this damn thing.
Was it 70 plus 750? I mean,
What are you looking for?
divided by 470.
Calculator?
It's right there. It's like right next to your Excel spreadsheet.
No,
No,
it's
that's your calendar.
calendar.
Type calc
Um,
right there. Just type calc and search.
it's right there.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Yeah, I gotta be right like 37% of the time. So if he
that's
has
70 equals divided by 470.
it's very close. Like if he has 10 combos of the hands that we're generous on giving him, so he has 26 combos, 16 of them we don't beat, 10 of them we beat, then it's 38%. I need to be right 37% to make this call. It's barely, and we
Yeah,
were generous. So
I did
I
that wrong.
think I think we don't have a call here. Because I'm calling 470 to win a pot that's 1220, right?
Yeah.
So use 470 divided by 1220. Yep.
Yeah. I
38.
just accidentally did it the backwards way. There we go. That's the calculator I like.
Yeah.
38.4%.
I need to be right like
So
38%. And we were giving him hands like ace king, ace queen, pocket fours. I doubt he's doing like all 10 combos like that.
and really you could say let's be right 40% of the time just to add in a little buffer.
Yeah. So 10
Um,
divided by 26 is like 38.
yeah, roughly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No,
we're
I don't think
almost if
we.
we're
This is
what if
breaking even. That's telling us that we're breaking even. If we make this call and he always jam ace king, ace queen, and pocket fours, and one combo of pocket kings.
and what I
That
mean if we give him one combo of pocket queen, does he ever get here with pocket queens
God
to the
knows.
turn?
God knows. But what are the
So
chances that he did not three bet and he's doing this with all
right, kings or queens free.
ace queen, pocket kings, one combo out of three,
Right.
and
I
all
I
the
think
pocket
even
fours.
I think we're generous in giving him all of those combos, maybe like half a combo of pocket kings, half a combo of pocket queens gets to the turn.
Still,
I
like,
just
yeah,
I don't know even if straight combinatorics we are there.
no, we're not. We should just fold. We're not exploiting hard enough. I could have
Because
been four.
he's never gonna turn what
No, he's not turning shit
queen
into
jack of
bluff.
hearts into a bluff. He's never
No,
doing that.
no, no, no,
This is
never.
only value ever.
No, never. Once I bet twice and he check raised me on the turn and I call, he's not bluffing shit. I would argue once
And
I
if he's a superstation, does he ever take this line with 5-3 of hearts?
no,
No.
no. He's not gonna check raise the turn with 5-3 of hearts. Forget it.
Okay.
No. I offer him a very good price. Let's say he is like, but we could ignore that. My argument is we could just ignore that because the times that you catch him, it's just not gonna make up for it because he's just always
I
gonna.
firmly believe he just doesn't have any bluffs here. He's never turning queen
No,
jack
he
of hearts into
doesn't.
a bluff.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't ever have bluffs here. Forget it. He
Right.
does not. Never. Like that's why when he check raised the turn, I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck?
It's a
Yeah, I don't
significant
know. I mean, you
adjustment to
obviously you
fold here.
can't fold the turn, but
Yeah.
I think he would have had to go. I mean, if he goes 170 on the river, I think it's a snap call. Even
Oh
then,
yeah.
it's
That's
actually
what
kind of a tough.
That's what I said. Like, please bet small. Please bet. Like, I told him in game two, I'm like, you fucking greedy motherfucker. You bet 200, I call. That's what I told him. I'm like, you fucking. I give you a chance. Take it back. I'll call 200
You called the 470, so
because I'm a fish.
I
Come on, fucking
get
fish,
it.
man.
It's really easy for us to sit here and analyze and discuss and be like, yeah, it should have been a fold. In game is so much harder.
I know,
It's
but
very hard to find the fold here when you're beating value.
yeah, I know. But when I did tank, I'm like, I almost did fold. I almost.
The problem is even the value, if he only does this with value, two pair and better, we still are right on the edge of like break even,
Yeah.
which
Exactly.
means, and we're being generous on some of those value combos. Like
Exactly.
he just, I don't think he ever shows up here with pocket kings. I mean, because he's going to three bet those off pre, right?
Yeah.
Or is he the kind of player that never three bets kings or queens?
He will three bet kings or queens. Yeah.
Okay, will he three bet ace king
Yeah, he will.
and he'll three bet ace queen?
Yeah, he will. Like ace queen, maybe not so much, but ace king, especially if I open and somebody calls.
So he'll squeeze off ace king. So then
Yeah,
he probably has even less value combos that get there,
that's what I'm telling you. But all the jack
which
ten
means
is in there.
it's even common. Even the math says it's a fold with nothing else. If he has zero bluffs, he has to have some bluffs to make it a profitable call, and he
Yeah.
doesn't have bluffs. So
No, no. But this guy, I bluff him all the time, so it's okay. I bluff him all the time. He folds when he's short stack too. Like he will fold to a jam with like $100 or like $80. I bluff him like numerous times.
yeah, I got a couple guys in my pool that they'll literally fold um fucking to an SBR of like point 0.2. Like it'll be a $500 pot and they have $100 left and they fold. I'm like, what the
Yeah,
fuck are you doing?
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
And
guys.
they'll even
So
fold face
yeah.
up.
I could have been 450, $470 richer, making 2K this month
Well, that's
because it's a
you
fucking
tell
hand.
them it's a loan. I expect them back with interest.
No, I didn't tell him that. I don't really do that. Like I only play like 17 hours, so
Uh,
live games, man. They're the best.
yeah.
they are.
Fortunately, I've been playing mostly online lately. I'm just a broken man. Playing live.
You'll
I've
get it
been,
back.
when they tell you that, you no matter how bad you think your downswing can be, there's a worse one coming.
Yeah.
If
True.
I get a worse downswing than what I'm in right now, I probably will quit poker.
I
Yeah.
mean, what are we
Don't be
talking
afraid.
about?
Um, I'm talking about I can't win in that 5 cent, 10 cent online right now.
Fuck the 10. Like, get rid. Like, don't play that. Just go play live.
The problem is that at 5
It's
cent,
just,
10 cent, you are
I've
paying a
been even
lot of
playing
rate.
live, I've been just getting, I miss every one of my draws. Every draw against me gets there. Fucking, I
Oh,
get
we've all
getting
been
called
there.
down with bottom pair. Feels like every time, and they make two pair on the river, or they make trips on the river. Whatever somebody needs to beat me, they just get.
No, I did like 2 days ago when I value bet pocket kings on a queen high board. The guy with a flush draw, the guy did river two pair, middle pair with a flush draw, and then river a three on me. Um, it happens, but you just
I'll,
you just need to keep your mind clear on what you're
I'm
doing
actually,
during the
so
hand.
I've been happy with the one thing that I in this I've been that I kind of been digging is that um I have not gone on tilt, and I've been like, my mental game has stayed good. It's
Yeah,
starting to break a little bit. Like my
yeah,
mental game is, but it's been a pretty extended downswing live online. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. I will show you. Let me see if I can find it.
Like like
Um,
like um Hungry Horse says if your thought process was good during the hand, the results really doesn't matter.
if as long as the results don't matter, as
Yeah,
long
the
as you're
results if your thought process was solid, that's what counts. And I truly believe that because I mean I have like over 30 like over 3,000 of hours. I mean I go on downswing too. The worst one was like 5K. Nothing more worse than that. Touch wood. But it happens.
let's see if I can find this fun stretch of hands.
I mean 5K, that's like 10 buy-ins in a 1-3 game that I'm playing. Uh yeah, it's like
I think this is it. Let me take a look. Yeah, buddy. Um, where's the other one? Okay, so this is let me get what, man? Just a minute. Just a minute. Sorry, talking to my dog. He's kind of being a dick right now.
you just
All
want to
right,
go
this
fetch.
um let me grab the screen. So this was a all at the same table, this stretch of hands. Um, all happened at the same table. And this was literally the first three hands that we're gonna see were three hands in a row back to back. Maybe or they were like this was two and the total of this four-hand segment was I think one lap around the table. Just how I've been, and this is not a isolated segment of. And somehow I found the check back on this one, probably because it just a four liner, three spades. Bink. He flopped the joint. Um, yep. Next hand.
Do you have these are accumulated, right? So you know the guy when you see him again, right?
Yeah, obviously you can see I have some decently. Actually, this table I don't have huge histories on a lot of these guys, but I
But,
have.
but but then like when you see that happens, you should just make a note. Like he's not check raising his strong hands.
Yeah. Oh,
Um
I've got the notes on them.
so,
I take plenty of note, and I mean obviously, Poker Tracker takes pretty extensive auto notes as well.
so we probably should not double barrel all that much against a guy like that.
Yeah, well, and I mean, obviously I can see his check raise frequency is zero.
Yeah. And when he does check raise, that means he doesn't have it. We could go crazy on it.
So I check raise here. He jams all in. I say, fuck it. Two overs, flush draw, straight draw, and brick out, run into aces. All right, next hand, pocket kings. He just rips it in pre. Obviously, we're not folding. Says, and this was literally the next hand after the queen nine that I ran into aces.
I
And
mean,
then take note, big blind. So this was less than a lap because the last king's hand was big blind. So I'm going to four bet on the position. and he flats. And he checks. I think, oh, that's why I just put him in. And guess what I run into?
You've had some bad luck, man. You've had some run bad. It's gonna happen. Play enough.
So it's crazy. In one lap, I got smacked by pocket aces 4 times.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So tomorrow, you guys gonna be here tomorrow?
I may be in and out. I'm not 100% yet. I might just